Yeah. Are we ready?
¿Y quién introduce? Entonces tú, Diana.
Vámonos.
Entonces tú no,
La hago
no
yo, la
vas a
hago
hablar,
yo.
literal. Vale.
Un poco como de esa semana pasada, básicamente.
Lo más.
Que se estuvo en plan, se estuvo retransmitiendo y yo hablaba. ¿Estamos ya? LOL, ok, vale.
Nah.
Segundo que abro mi chuleta
La
de
chula.
preguntitas, que luego me pierdo. Ok.
Ay, Dios.
Hi, girls, gays, and days. Welcome to our very first Delulu Queens exclusively in English.
International edition.
Period. First of all, the reason for this season, for this evening, is the beautiful, the amazing, the stunning, the alien, my drag daughter, Period, also known as Araña Grande on Irish Race. How are you feeling, Diva?
Perfect.
that's
Yeah.
that's perfect, actually. We also have two stunning guests. On one hand, we have my other drag daughter, the stunning, the ethereal Etheria.
Hola.
How are you, Diva?
Hola.
Hey.
Muchas gracias por invitarme.
Wow. Aplausos.
Someone uses their Duolingo.
Right.
It's working.
It is. And we also have my top 2 diva from Artist Race Season 5, the amazing...
Top 2 diva is crazy.
You are, though.
You could have said sister. Hi, hola.
The Moreau.
Oh.
Okay, so
Ya
first
me
of all...
conocen.
Yeah. Peri, tell us a little about yourself. Where are you from?
Y no vas a introducir a Diana, guarra, asquerosa.
So I'm from Spain.
Es que no he
no.
visto el OBS, no sé si Diana está ahí. O sea, no he visto el layout. Vale, pues... And we also have the amazing Diana, our usual host.
Damn, you're bad at this. Damn, you're bad at this.
Bueno, pues hazlo tú, imbécil.
Es broma.
Qué tío.
A ver, volvemos a empezar. No, es coña.
Y eso. Peri, tell us a little about yourself. Introduce yourself. Where are you from? What do you do? Like, study, working,
I am
anything?
from the United States, obviously. I have
Obviously.
been drawing for a good decade now, but I feel like I only really discovered myself now, and it kind of shows. But that's pretty much it. I'm just weird.
Period.
Vale.
How did you find out about Artist Race? Like,
I downloaded Instagram for like the first time, and I was scrolling, and the first thing I saw was your look for The Sound of Music on your season. I did not know anything about anyone, so yeah, that was fun.
Okay, that's... I'm honored, I guess. Not me bringing people into Artist Race, period.
Le Mans.
No.
Mhm.
How did it feel when Fortu told you you were in, like, when you were casted?
So I was like panicking for a month. Like every day I would wake up and like, check my DMs because like I did not know anything. And like I was not expecting to get on. Like I was like really, really nervous. And because obviously you had to translate it, the way he worded it was like, oh, it's okay if you didn't get on. But that didn't happen. So I got like really scared because he sent me like a paragraph like that. And then
Yeah, he
he
does
like
that.
I said, oh, it's
Yeah, he
okay.
was
Thank you for
trolling.
inviting me. And then he actually invited me. So that was like really, really fun. I also lied about my age.
Oh,
So that was fun.
Oh,
how old did you say you were?
So in the auditions, the minimum was 16, but when I was auditioning, I was still 15, obviously. So like I wrote 16,
Deadass.
definitely, haha. And
That's
then I was like,
fine.
hey, I kind of lied. So that was fun. That was really fun.
I mean, you turned 16 like a
Ooh.
month later, so it's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, you already told us you didn't know really about anything, but did you have any
Yeah.
expectations coming into the competition, or?
Well, I kind of like was like going through like the prior seasons before I even got invited just to see the field because really I only signed up because like I wanted to like challenge myself with something. I did not know anything about like the community. So this was
Mhm.
kind of like my introduction and I saw that there were a lot of talented people, so I was like, oof, I really have to step it up. So yeah, it was really nerve-wracking, especially in the beginning because my audition was horrible. It was really, really bad.
It was not, girl.
Mm.
If it were that bad, you wouldn't have gone on. So.
We're gonna zoom into it right now and we're gonna see what I'm talking about.
Okay.
No way.
Do you want to start with your audition?
Yes.
Eh, for two,
Let's
literally
go.
loved it.
Oof.
Okay,
He
here we
loved it.
go.
I copied and pasted all of those eyes on the pans because I just wanted to be done. I did not know how to render. Oh my god.
Girls,
This was like my first time like trying to draw something digitally after like 5 years. Like I did not do any digital work for like a while.
really?
Yeah, I was only doing traditional. So this was like my completely going into this with like no background
I mean,
for a while.
I can tell you most
That's
people
impressive.
don't look this good when they start digitally. Like,
Like I
mama.
used to do digital and I just did this long break and I was just, you know what, why not? Like I was
Mhm.
relearning everything throughout the entire show, so it was like really hard. No, but yeah, this was definitely not my best work. It was cute. The idea was cute. I had like no,
Yeah,
you're gonna notice this throughout my other look. I have no references like whatsoever. I just kind of just like I see something nice and I completely transform it into what I want. Like here I had like absolutely
yeah.
nothing. I just knew I wanted curly hair and something weird. But yeah,
I mean, it works though. So
from far away.
work. No, it.
I think my
No,
I think
like.
my I think my favorite part is how many eyes she's keeping out for first winner.
Wow.
No, but it's kind of ironic because I kind of ran with this for the rest of the season, like covering her eyes.
Yeah,
Like I did
yeah,
not plan this
actually.
whatsoever. I just thought it was really cute.
Mm,
Yeah.
it is. Give yourself credit.
Yeah, for real.
A little bit, fine.
Okay, and then you got on. I'm for to give you this vase. Not
Oof,
you crossing
okay.
the eyes out. Wait.
I kind of made a mistake and forgot to cross them out in my other references, so pretend that didn't happen. But yeah, I
Okay.
struggled with the base so much because I've never drawn, because she's not necessarily curvy, but like she has obviously a little bit more like curves than what I usually draw because like my usual girls are really anorexic.
Yeah.
But like yeah, so it was like a challenge. I remember when I was like first trying to like transfer her into my style, the amount of critiques I was getting from Fortu were bad. Like, I don't know if I still have a picture of it, but like it was horrible. But like this was after a solid month of tweaking her. Like
Goddamn.
I think the base was the hardest thing for me to adjust to. And I was also like trying to find the way I work because like originally I was not working in grayscale. So
Mhm.
I had to like keep changing it, keep changing it, keep changing it. So I just left it literally just black and white outline. And I was re-rendering it every episode. But yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
it was fun. I'm happy she ended up like this.
Yeah. How did you feel about her when you first saw her?
Again with the curves, I got so nervous when I first saw her because I was like, ugh. And the other thing was, I was really happy with the pose because I was like really worried about getting something that would be challenging for me.
Yeah.
But like, I kind of liked it. The pose itself was fairly easier to work with than for the other people. So like, I'm happy with
Mhm.
it. But the biggest thing that I hate to this day is the fact that her head is like tilted like this. Like getting to figure out her nostrils for like the beginning half of the season was so hard. Eventually, I just started
Wow.
like migrating her face down because I was like not
Yeah.
doing that.
Not the Botox migrating.
No, it looked like she had like two giant holes in her face. I'm like, what's wrong? Eventually, I figured it out, but like whatever.
You did though, yeah.
Yeah, but she's
And
cute.
she is.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
why Araña Grande? Like, how did you get there from this?
I had two things in mind. I was something Spanish, so I don't feel
Mm-hmm.
like excluded, and actually three things.
Okay.
Something Spanish, something funny because I didn't want to be boring, and then three, like I was like, trying to like take out of things that I like, so I like took a little bit from music,
Mm-hmm.
like a song that I really enjoy, so like Araña, and I knew the meme, so ran with it. Like I really had no expectations for what I was gonna do with her. Like with this kind of name, I could have made her pretty, funny, weird.
Yeah,
I don't
sure.
know. So it was very vague. But yeah, like there were yet again no straight line into where I'm trying to go.
I mean, it's a really funny name, so there's plenty of room to do whatever, like you said. And then for to give you the promo category, which was toys, I believe.
Ooh, the way I found out about it was really funny because he didn't know my level of Spanish up to that point. So when he was like letting everyone know the colors, he specifically in parentheses had to translate red for me. I'm like, I'm not that stupid. But it was like really funny. Like I'm reading down the list and I just come up to me, it's like rojo, and I'm just like, I get that. And just parentheses red. I'm like, mm. No, but yeah.
Lemma.
But you're gonna notice I have you can like kind of see it the further we go in. It's all my looks are kind of split up into like different sections of like my progression. So I would say everywhere from like my promo down to episode one, you could see that I'm like struggling bad. Like here, it looks good. It looks good, but I completely messed up the pixel size. So it's so pixelated, and I was like, I'm not redoing that. But it was cute. This was
Mm,
back when I was like adding gems to like everything and like fully rendering them. So I feel like that was a fun part that I'm missing out on right now. But when it
mm-hmm,
came to finding the idea behind her, I just knew I wanted to do something like not what people would automatically think. And this kind of like started my progression for the rest of her this season. So like I already had porcelain dolls in mind because I wanted
mm-hmm,
something classy and elegant because usually dolls are like raggedy, stitched up, nothing interesting. So I had a bunch of images of porcelain devils on my Pinterest during that time,
Ooh,
and I think that heavily got referenced into this look. But yeah, it
yeah,
was
for
cute.
sure. It is, and like even when you zoom in, like it's just slightly pixelated, but it's not
Oh, I did
like
not know how to render here back then. That's a black blob.
no, not really.
Black blob.
It looks fine.
From far
You're
away
too harsh on
again.
yourself.
I think up to like episode, let's say five, I did not start rendering hair like at all. Like if you look closely, it's just solid shapes.
Mm.
But now
I
I
mean, that's
do,
fine.
so
Huh?
that's great. But I really like the way I figured out her skirt because I was like struggling. Originally, she was not gonna have anything there. I was like, I have
Mm-hmm.
to add something because I didn't want to be lackluster. I still feel like it was more of like a understated look. I could have pushed it a lot more with more like detail, maybe more concept, but it's
Mm-hmm.
cute. It's
For a
cute.
promo, this is perfect in my opinion. Like,
Thank you.
Yeah, you have to go extreme. It's not gonna be judged, so
yeah.
Yeah.
And like at the end of the day, it's still a toy, so toys
Yeah.
aren't really that extreme, I guess.
extravagant.
Yeah. Okay, then we have
What's
your
next?
entrance.
Okay, here, this is a continuation of my base fiasco. I was
Oh,
working
No.
on her in the midst of trying to figure out the base. Like I finished my promo first. It was like the first thing I did before even doing my base, which was stupid. And then I saw
mhm,
everyone posting the fact that they were like fully rendering their base. I was like, oh, whatever. So this was me. I think I was going through a phase where I was trying to do a lot of 2D work at the same time, like very line art. So you
mhm,
could see the difference between the skirt and the body. Like it looks like two different people drew it. But this was very last minute. Yet again, no concept. I just knew I wanted to do something elegant and I wanted to add spiders somewhere because I did not want to do spiders anywhere else. Like I did not want to do that cliche.
yeah,
So I just wanted to get it done and over with my
Mhm.
entrance. But I honestly think it's cute. I really like the headpiece. The skirt is very nice. Like I was surprised I rendered it that well. But like the base, while I was working on that, I believe I had like five different duplicates of this, just with different bases. Like same dress, same accessories, different bases. So I was struggling really hard with it, but it's okay.
yeah. How did the cover dice thing come to be? Because it became like a
So
very signature
yet
of
again,
yours.
with the bass, aside from the nose,
The
because I usually draw
struggle.
Peri with black eyes. Back then, I did not know like how to stylize her eyes properly.
Yeah.
So like I was like, what's the easiest thing I can do? And then I
You know,
remember the
drag.
fact that spiders can't see well, and I'm like, haha, that's funny. So it worked in my favor, like the luck, but I think it turned out
She
really
said,
nice.
I
It
don't
gave
feel
her a
like
little bit of
drawing
flavor.
eyes. Fuck
Yeah.
y'all.
Well, I got to be lazy, so
No, for
not a
sure.
me problem.
I mean, you did it in a fashionable way at least, so
No, yeah.
it worked.
If I want to be lazy, I'm gonna do it nicely.
Exactly. Period. It's still very nice,
No, but I think it
though.
was cute. The spiders, the
Yeah.
rendering on them was very nice.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed drawing them.
Any comments, Ethereum or?
I don't know. I think it's like prettier than you see. Probably. I really think you made an impact on the first few episodes. Like you were a
Thank you.
contender.
For sure.
It's fashion, como as Fortu always says. He loves
But is
saying
it
that.
fashion?
But is it fashion?
But is
But
it?
is it fashion?
But is
But
it
is it fashion?
Well, I think it is
Oh.
indeed fashion. Like it was a really strong entrance look, and my favorite part I think is like the way that you wrote your name as a tattoo on the chest.
Oh my god, I
Yeah.
have to
It
give
was like
Imani props on that. We
yeah.
were talking before the season started, and she was like, okay, another thing. You're gonna
Oh,
notice how
wait,
throughout the
there's
season,
spider webs on the holes of the leg.
uh-huh,
Oh my god,
uh-huh.
I'm so upset.
Throughout the season, you could see that I slowly was like taking things from other muses to like figure myself out.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mhm.
here, I was spending a lot of time with Imani, and she was mentioning how she wants Imani, her character, to have tattoos. I'm like, cool, great. And I needed something to like spice her up, so I was like, you know what, let's play with it. So I think this was the start of me trying to like learn from others to figure myself out.
Yeah.
And I'm happy I kind of did it because I think it was really cool.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't
I
know,
mean, it's my
Yeah,
favorite detail
that's
from the look, I think.
mhm.
Yeah.
but it was
That's a
very
very
last minute too.
artist race thing. Like everyone takes small things from each other
No,
because we
and I
did
will
it
let you guys
too.
know what I took from each person every episode. I think like starting episode
Yeah,
2, I started doing that. So yeah.
that's so cute.
Beautiful. Then we have your
Ooh,
confessionals.
Oh,
I am not proud of it whatsoever. I think it's so bad.
Oh,
This was such a last minute decision. I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do with her at all. Like, I had no idea of how she's gonna look like. I had no idea. I had nothing in my head. I think this was like what I struggled with most. So, and on top of that, I was very delayed on it. And the due
mhm.
date was coming up, and I was like, "Oh, I have to do this. I have to do this." So I figured something out quickly, and then they changed the due date to later,
Oh,
and I was like, "Whatever." I'm just happy I
Damn.
was done. I think, and ironically, it looks a lot like Diana, and I made fun of her for that the entire season. Like unironically, I made it look like her, and I think it was really cute. But yeah, I think everyone forgets that she has a spider on her shoulder. I don't think anyone mentioned that.
I love her so
I
much.
the spider
remember
has high heels. What? Oh my god.
She's
the
she's
Yeah.
such
heels.
a
Oh.
diva.
I wish I made her more
The
prominent. I only gave her like an
diva.
expression when she's mad, but
But
she's really cute.
why does she have 10 legs?
No, she doesn't. Wait,
She
one,
has
two, three,
One, two,
four,
three,
five,
three
six.
in
4,
the
5,
side.
Yeah, because
6,
there's one on
7.
her face. That's
Yeah, but
four.
that's
Her body is
a
turning.
five.
Her body is
That's
turning.
5 on its so that's her ass. Her spider
Mm-hmm.
ass.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Spider
Quite a
wild,
ass.
scene.
mama.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
No,
don't
but
know
she was
about
really
this.
fun. I think like I had the most fun with drawing her than Araña itself.
Literally, she has
So
the same level of detail as all the rest.
no, yeah.
I
But
could
she's cute.
I could totally see her as like a character in Miraculous Ladybug, and then
Yeah,
other
Actually,
thing would be her
for real, she looks
Catwoman,
low-key French.
whatever that's called. Like, yeah, she could totally be there. Like, if you send a sketch, they're gonna put it on the next season.
For real,
Should I
for
send it
real.
out?
She's
You
gonna
Yeah,
should,
be
yeah.
yeah.
with.
I mean,
She's
I don't
gonna be
think the
with
world is
Ladybug.
ready to like see this render in 3D, but we shall see.
Mhm.
Get those copyright claims, girl.
Period.
Dot.
Okay. Then it finally
Dot.
came the very first episode, the very first category, which was feathers.
Oh my god.
Category
Oh
feathers.
my god. Okay, you guys are not gonna believe when I say this. I spent a month on this.
I believe it.
Wow.
A month. Um, because I don't know what was going through my head. And you could see if you zoom in on the very first one, that was what I was talking about when I said I could not figure her face out. Like it looked yikes. It looked yikes. And that's the good
Okay.
part. If you go back and like the time lapse a little further, I don't even have like the original sketches saved on the time lapses. Like I deleted those parts. Like it's really bad. But I think this look, I think I had like the least direction going into it because I wanted something interesting, but I had I don't know. So I was like, let's do something like let's just work on detail and forget about the concept. I think that's where I messed up because if I had more of a concept, I think I could have placed a little bit higher in this episode. And I was very delusional. I was like, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. I think after this episode, I kind of like calmed myself
Wow.
down because after seeing season 5, I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna animate her.
Ah.
She's gonna have detail." Originally, my idea was her dress opens up like in the second section, and like she has like a giant mural on her feathers.
Mm-hmm.
But we definitely scratched that because like, yikes, that was a lot. Um, but yeah, I think that if I were to ever come back and redo a look, I would definitely want to have a redemption on that one. Because
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it had a lot of potential, but it was just
Yeah.
wasted in the fact that I had no direction. Because like I spent so much time on her makeup, and it's such a waste. Like if you zoom in on the final look,
I
oof.
wouldn't say it's a waste because, like, Mama, this is literally stunning.
Mugged.
No,
Mugged by
Like,
the
yeah.
gods.
like rendering feathers is a hard job, and the fact that I can tell that you
This
painted
was the
every
first
single
time I
one
ever drew
with
feathers in my
brush.
life.
Girl, get out.
That's why,
And
Mama.
Right?
Get the
no,
hell out.
yeah. Like I did not know what I was
Yummy.
doing. I had no good brushes. I was just like trying to do my best. Like you could see it at the headpiece. Like I gave up. Like I gave up. Like I was tired. Like it was really bad.
The way we can
But
see
like I'm not
it.
upset with it.
I
For
mean,
a
a
start,
little.
I mean, maybe here, but like
yeah.
otherwise, it looks
Just
But I got like
fine.
really, really tired with this one. And this was back when it would take me like months to work on something. Like now I definitely
Oh
sped up my
God.
process.
Yeah.
And yeah, there was a lot
just
of
like
stuff that I wish I would did.
So, do you feel like you got like a reality check in a good way or a struggle?
I was watching the episode and the second they went oof, I was like, yeah.
Uh,
No, but there's a lot of details that are just gone because I like, overused the curves.
yeah.
If you look
Mm,
very, very closely on the fabric, I found this fabric print of actual peacock feathers and I put it on and you
Oh,
could see it. And
girl.
because I was blind,
Mama,
mhm. Like if
this
I
looks
amped
really
this up,
bad.
honestly, I think it had a chance to place higher. Like if I were
Yeah,
to redo it now with what I've learned, I think I could have
Yeah.
done insanely well.
for sure.
But what happened happened.
Yeah.
Hmm.
How
Yeah.
did you feel watching this first episode and like gauging, the competition on everything
Um,
your castmates said?
okay, there's this one thing that I did not realize because yet again almost knew nothing about anyone from prior seasons. I didn't know Della was from season 5 up until this episode.
Oh.
I spent 3 months with her. 3. Knew nothing. And she's like, oh, from season 5. I'm like, hello? No, but that
Lemma.
was like a really funny realization. But like, I think I'm really happy that this episode happened with no elimination because if it did, I think I would have been way more upset. And you could see this in episode 2 because if you look at my first drawing that I had, my first concept, and then what I
Mhm.
actually did, it goes from a concept that probably would have ended in the bottom versus a concept that won. So like,
Ooh, excited.
Yeah,
so yeah.
we'll get there.
But I'm still happy I got to suffer a little bit with this one.
Mhm.
The embarrassment was worth it.
I'm still, it's still like
It's
a
still
cute look. Like
pretty.
exactly, like I
Yeah.
wouldn't say it's like bad by any means,
But yeah.
But
especially for a
like,
first
yeah,
episode.
it's okay. I think the first episode getting a little reality check. It wakes
I'm
you
really glad
up
Forza did that.
immediately, and I mean
Yeah.
you
No, but
jump
the
back.
shady things I would have done if I got a shot. So it's kind of like a sign. I had like some really devious things planned. So I'm very good at happy it went to two very nice people.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Were you gonna be the drama this season? Had
I
you won a
was going to be the
shot?
drama, and Ella
Damn.
ended up doing what I wanted to do.
Le
Ooh.
Mans.
And I was planning, if I did get the shot, I would have saved someone who did horribly bad from the bottom two and made sure someone who, like a front runner, was in the bottom and like preyed on their elimination. Like
Messy.
I just wanted to get someone strong out. So
Loki.
yeah,
That's the best way to use the shot, in my opinion.
yeah. I
Like,
did not want to be
mama.
nice with it. Originally, I wanted Araña to be a villain. Obviously, that didn't happen, but yeah, she's nice.
Yeah, I mean, Loki, it's
Mhm.
hard to become a villain in Artist Race because, like,
Well,
It's
you did it well.
best friends race.
yeah, and like even then, unless you use the twist to like make yourself seem villainous, it's like hard.
Yeah. Okay,
But
let's start from
yeah,
my first idea.
yeah, for sure.
The amount, I think this was like my final stretch because I worked on episode 1 and 2 like months before the season started airing. I think I was like, more ahead than everyone else, and I'm kind of really happy I did that because
Yeah.
even though I was more tired getting into the season than everyone else, I got time to like see what I'm doing wrong and like yell at myself about it. And I'm so happy. But this was a cute idea. I was really happy
It
with
is
this
a very
idea.
cute look.
Yeah, I remember this. Everyone loved it on the
I
chat.
know, yeah. The amount like this was when I was starting to try and figure out how to integrate her lighting with the stage.
Hmm.
And
Mhm.
I accidentally kind of like merged and saved the layers together with the background.
Oh,
And
Kale.
by hand, I had to delete the entire background. Like if you look under the grass, you could see pink pixels in the
oh,
bottom.
right.
Le Mans,
Yeah.
you can. Holy
No, but yeah.
shit.
But
That's
this was a cute
awful.
concept. Honestly, I was more proud of this one than my feathers look.
I
But I'm
It's
mean,
happy I
very
switched it.
pretty.
you could have easily used this one. I mean, you would have been fine. Like,
If I redid it,
it's
I
a
think
very
I could have
cute
been
look.
fine with it. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's very cute. But then you
Okay,
change
on to the look that
concept.
everyone can't stop talking about. Okay.
Right.
Period.
Mm, where do I
This is
start?
this was
Pandora's
such a good look.
box.
This was
Yeah.
so last minute. Not last minute in the sense that I drew it last minute, in the sense that I had no backup plan. And that was really stupid. Past that episode, I started to have backup plans for everything, which was also nice to hear. But like I was like, I looked through at what everyone else was doing. I'm like, let's do something that people don't usually think of. Pandora's box. Ended up being that two people thought of that. Not a
Ah.
me problem because I won.
Oh.
I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Period.
No, but yeah, I am really happy with this. I just wanted to prove myself from episode 1, and you're gonna see that each time I do bad, I get mad at myself. I think anger fuels me very well when it comes to like anything competitive, because it gives me this push. Like you're not doing well enough. You have to do better. You have to keep pushing. And I didn't want to like waste this opportunity, obviously. So I was just like going full power on this one. I think this was like the start of me knowing how to use my skills properly. And by now, I think I already had my style more or less figured out, which
Yeah.
helped a lot. Like here, I use grayscale, and I think it
Yeah, it
really, really
shows.
pretty. But I'm happy
Mm.
with it.
Just love the details.
Thank you. This
Open
one
it
I
up.
specifically had not a single reference picture for. Ironically, the picture that I used during the live to as my reference looked exactly
Mhm.
like it. Worked in my favor. But like, yeah, this was really the epitome of me not using anything. And the hair was supposed to be completely different originally. This was also a very
Mhm.
last minute decision. And this is when I started using masks more. So I'm happy I did
Yeah.
that. Ooh, on her tiny hands.
Yeah. I was gonna say
They
they're
were so
like so
petite. I
tiny.
low-key liked them when
I
they were
love
tiny.
them. They're so cute.
I know. I missed them. No, but yeah, this was a pretty look. I was happy with it. I
It's
would definitely tweak
stunning.
the opening, like how she really looks. I feel like it was lost a little bit of quality, but like the sarcophagus, I think was perfect. I would not change anything about it, except for the fact that
Yeah,
it's like slightly tilted and no one noticed. It's like diagonal.
nah, it's
But
fine.
it's
It's
cute.
giving though, like
I mean,
statue. I don't know. It makes sense.
and it's like over your pose, you know, so like it doesn't look bad.
Yeah, I'm proud of it. This one I was like really proud of. It was like one of the few
Yeah,
older ones that had nothing bad to say.
No, this
and
was
this
an
was your
absolute.
first. Yeah, go ahead, Kyria.
This was an absolute serve. Like for real.
I think during this episode is when all three of us met.
I
Somewhere
think so.
around now.
Beautiful.
Actually,
I
you're right.
think.
Actually,
I mean, I
could be,
Because
already
could
I got
be.
invited to a
checked,
judging
but
panel with
if you
you,
play
Etheria, and
what?
then we started talking with Jay,
Yeah,
so worked
I
out.
I think it was, yeah, because I remember. I think I remember you talking about this look or something, or
I think,
maybe
yeah.
you just sent the final product and we were like, yes, work.
Yeah, work bitch.
Because like,
This was.
what was your idea of your inspiration for the box? Because like, I looked at it and I was like, I've never seen anything like this.
I
Like
just.
the
Okay, I want to draw a face.
those round things, the metal work. I was like, wow.
I wanted to draw an excuse to like draw a face in my style, and I was like, what better than to do a sarcophagus? Like this was more like the sarcophagus was like more practice for me than like a like it was like specifically planned because I just wanted to like keep working on my style as I was going with it, and I just wanted to make it so abstract. Just like I want to like push the idea to a limit because the sarcophagus is just a box that you put dead people in. Like there's
Yeah,
nothing interesting about that.
Help.
So I was like, how far can I push it with the story of Pandora? And I think this was a very good idea.
for sure. This was also your very first win. How did that
Yeah.
feel?
Okay. Originally, everyone was lying to me and said it was a solo win because I didn't. I was I was busy during the
Oh,
episode, and even the artist behind Juan was like, "Oh, you won." I'm like, "Oh, yay!" And then I'm looking at the back of the video, and I was like, "He also won." I'm like, "Why didn't you tell me that?" So I was like, "No," but yeah, I'm happy I shared a win with him because I thought his look was very good, and ironically, we matched. So
yeah, for
I
sure.
think it was a very nice win
Same
together.
colors. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're gonna see almost every no, actually every single one of my winning looks has a blue and yellow like color palette, which is weird, but I ran with that. That was my original plan for the finale if I were to make it, just to be
Mm-hmm.
lucky, but yeah.
Okay, then we
Tense.
have
Period.
episode 3,
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
color palettes.
Not
Okay,
oof.
the original concept was so good. Um, I think what pushed me back was I started working on this before I redid episode 2. So this
Mm-hmm.
was like back, I think this was like a day before my birthday, so like all the way back in August. Um, so I was like, oof, I want to like step it up because I saw my last two looks. I was like, I don't want to do that. I think by now I finally because you could see that I started using the regular base,
Yeah.
and I think starting here I really kind of understood her. But I was rushing this look so bad because I was very tired from the last week, and I was still trying to learn how to catch up like time wise because I could not draw anything that fast. So there was a lot of learning. Honestly, I think if I switched some colors around, I could have also placed higher because the
Yeah.
concept I personally think was very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
No, the design is so good.
And
What
originally I
would
was
you
gonna
buy
make her
was the colors for
holographic,
sure.
but I messed it
Mm.
up. But I think it was pretty. If I were to switch the red with the purple, in, like most of the spots, I think it would have done better. But what happened? I think in black and white it was really pretty, so I'm
Yeah,
happy
I
with
was
that.
gonna say
The
because like
grayscale is beautiful. Yeah.
yeah, it's like hard to translate gradients like in
Yeah,
a good way
and
into grayscale, I
how's it
think.
called? I'm very bad with vague themes. So like anything that it's
Uh,
like, oh, do whatever the hell you want as long as you follow this.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think this was the hardest episode for me to come up with a concept for
mhm,
Mm-hmm.
because like I just didn't know what to do. Originally I was gonna do like an office siren,
mhm.
And then after the feathers fiasco, because originally she was gonna have a lot of feathers, I was like,
Oh.
we're not doing that. No, but yeah, I think she ended up really pretty. I'm really proud of the way this is when I started doing hair a little bit. Like I tried learning how to do hair,
Yeah.
and this was me trying to finally experiment with makeup more. And I don't think I saw that much for myself after this episode, which I'm a little upset about. Like if I were to go back, I would push makeup way harder on other
Yeah.
episodes. But
hmm
I'm not upset with this one. I think just the quality was good. It's just the colors that throw me off.
For sure. 100% agree. And like even like the texture, it looks
Yeah,
so
I was
good.
proud of it.
Yeah.
I think it looks a little
I personally,
soft.
yeah, I
I
was
don't know.
kind of confused, like the theme. How did you come up with
Uh-huh.
this? Because I'm not thinking like armor or beetle when I see the palette.
I
So
had an ex-contestant like just talk to me, and he was like, "Oh, I wish you did something more alien, because we know how alien
Oh,
you are." And I
okay.
and I was like, because I was talking with him when I was auditioning, because I needed help, obviously. Um, and like I came up with this because I was really liking the idea of beetles. Like I had a beetle look from my Instagram prior. I was like, I know what I want to do. I have good references. So I think that's what pushed me into this. But yeah, a lot of my
mhm,
ideas were very last minute and it took time for them to develop. So I think that's why my
mhm.
concepts were so much bigger towards the end of the season. I had a lot of time to just think it through and do something that no one saw. So I'm happy with it.
Yeah, you just have to
Yeah.
go for it. Fortu
hmm
says he's worried for your sanity when you were changing concepts around the
Oof.
last
Yeah, I know.
minute.
I was torturing him bad. I was like messaging every day. It's good. This is good. Yeah, he was
I
definitely
rem-
tired. Ooh, and this is how I found out he was colorblind. I was texting him like, "Oh,
Lemma.
are the colors okay?" He's like, "I can't see them."
Literally, this is horrible for him,
No,
but
yeah.
but it
I
doesn't
felt so
matter. We
bad.
could see it.
Yeah, but it was cute.
I
Yeah,
remember
no, it's
Yeah.
very
when
good.
I remember when the look came out. I had to look at it twice because it seemed like she didn't have no arm, and that that part that it's her arm with like just the point, the golden point. It was her
I
leg.
don't
Like
know how I didn't like
it was like
accentuate it enough.
skinny.
Everyone thought it was a third leg.
I was
It's an
thinking of an
arm.
Yeah, it was
yeah,
to
it
me. It
was
was
the arm, but
confusing
it
too
looked like a leg
at the
to me,
beginning.
like a wooden
Yeah.
arm or something.
No,
And
yeah,
then
but
after,
that critique definitely got me to be like, I gotta like figure myself out more and like really push it so it makes sense. I don't
girl,
think
you
I
got
ever
it.
succeeded perfectly at that, but
I mean, it's just
Yeah.
about the silhouette. Like you could have just moved the arm farther,
yeah.
and well, I
Yeah,
think I
like
told you
maybe
to remove
higher.
maybe the cape even wasn't necessary because there's so
hmm
much detail on the
Oh,
arm.
I
Yeah.
It's
know why. I
beautiful.
know why I put it like that. I was really scared to pose her because I was messing up her proportions really poorly. And I
Mm.
was like, I don't want to move her arm. I just want to cover
Yeah.
it, do whatever I can to avoid it. Like, I think after this episode, I figured out how to work with her a lot better because, like, I just was covering stuff up. Like, I didn't want to work with it. I covered it. Like, the shoes don't make
Hmm.
sense. Like, a leg
hmm
does not fit into that. Like, there's a lot of stuff that's like, if you look closely, you can, it's like, hello? But yeah, it's okay.
Makes sense to me. That's it. That's enough.
F- For sure, actually.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, very cute look, I would say, regardless of everything.
Yeah, I
Thank you.
mean, it was really good anyways. It's just a learning process.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay.
Okay, paper
Paper
episode, right?
Oh,
drag.
Okay, starting this
okay.
episode, I think I finally understood her. Like,
Yeah,
I was
I
posing
think it
her,
shows
I
too.
was giving her an attitude. The original sketches were so weird. And she had different shoes originally. I changed her shoes 10 minutes before the episode.
Yeah, I remember.
Girl.
That was a that was a day. Fortu saw my look. He's like, I love it, but the shoes. I'm like, but I like the shoes. He's like, I know, but change them. They don't look like shoes. I'm like, So as the episode was like about to start, just finished, and I'm very happy I had those shoes in my Pinterest. And I think this is when I started
hmm
using references a little bit more. Like I was
It
really
shows,
really grateful for the fact that I had the shoes. But I do miss those shoes. Like when I posted on her account, I posted it with those shoes because I like them a lot
for
more.
sure. Go for it, mama.
But I don't know if I would have done better with those shoes because I think they would
Mm,
have stood out a lot.
I mean,
like
I don't
the
think. I mean, they're very cute, but I don't think they would have changed that much. Like
I
Whatever.
don't think they would have
the
Whatever.
changed.
outcome, because they're not
I'm
like.
happy with it. I thought it was really
Yeah,
fun. And the names were so last minute. I was like, I wanted to spice it up. And I remembered about rainbow paper. And I was like, ooh, I
mhm,
want to do something nice. I want to make sure everyone's included because by now everyone's like people started going home. So I wanted to make sure people still felt happy, people like enjoyed the
yeah,
experience. So a lot of my looks were a lot of just honoring other people because like everyone was helping me out. Everyone was like letting me into their space. And
Oh,
I think this was a really sweet look. I had a lot of fun with this one. I remember that, like I was so excited for this one to air. Just I was obsessed with this concept. I think it was super cute,
yeah,
and I was really proud of how well I rendered the paper, because
for
that's not an
sure.
image. I fully rendered it myself.
Are you joking?
really? Wow.
I'm really proud of
Girl,
it.
the commitment.
For
Beautiful. I
real.
think you could have been in the top for real, like
I don't know.
Yeah,
just
sure.
because of the
It's
challenge,
her
which is
hands.
paper.
It's her hands. This is the
No,
last time I ever
I
drew her
think they're
tiny little hands.
cute.
Get the hands.
The baby
With the
They're
hands.
so
hands.
small. No,
I
yeah,
But
but
like
I
yeah,
was
this
really,
is
this one I was really proud of.
yeah, as you should, because like the fact you got everyone to create a signature for their
Mhm.
music
Oh
was
my god,
so
and there were people not
fun.
sending them at all. I was like getting mad. I was like, "Do you want to be included or no?"
So like,
Originally,
did
I wanted to do something shady with everyone's signatures.
oh,
For my like one of my original concepts for finale was like something like with death. Like
Oh,
do you know like when someone dies and you get like a picture frame and it opens? I wanted to
yeah,
have like a signature saying the next people. I want to like embody death, and it's like the next people to die, and like put everyone's signatures. But then Cassie Sassy
yeah.
did that, so
Yeah,
Oh,
I was gonna say someone did that.
um. But I think that would have been really cool because like it's like, haha, I tricked you, blah blah blah, and no one would have expected it. So no, yeah, but
these
I think
shoes
that
are
would have
really
been a
cool
fun concept.
too. I will
Oh yeah,
say,
they were fun to
like
draw, but I was struggling.
I like them.
Like the proportioning was really confusing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
but like, did you send the PNG of your drawing to all the contestants so they could draw, or
Oh
did you just
no. Oh no.
you just
I
spread out
asked
some
them
of the
to.
signatures?
I asked them to send in a black and white drawing, so just like black background and white text, or like the other way around, and I just like filtered it. Yeah,
Mhm.
that was
Hmm.
easy. I was not spoiling my look. I think like after the first two episodes, I stopped. I was like super excited. I would like. I think at one point I was like the only person just like showing full looks in the group, and like
Normal.
I think everyone was kind of getting a little annoyed of it. I was getting annoyed of it. Like if current me would see old me, I would have been like, "Shut up, no one cares." Uh, no,
No,
but yeah,
we're there to help.
no, yeah,
Always
I
on your
think
side.
like I also was like a little too excited for myself, and like being a little bit more secretive made myself like think about it more and like not overhype it, and I was a little bit more like mature about it. So yeah, but by now you could obviously see that's a different person from episode one.
For sure.
Yeah.
Then we have episode 5, which was musicals.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
This was
And now,
definitely and oh,
and now.
this was something.
How do I start talking about it?
Yeah, that's what
This
I'm
was
wondering.
ooh
What was the musical again?
6.
Oh,
So
6.
I've only watched one musical in my entire life, and it was The Phantom of the Opera, and I was like,
Oh,
"That's boring," but that's ironic because Imani won with that musical, and I'm a
yeah.
little mad. Um, and now that I'm thinking of it, it would have been perfect because I need to wear a mask. So I think that was really
Like
stupid
for
of me,
real. Bits
and
your your chance to not overthink it.
like literally, I had so many good ideas after the episode aired. Like I was thinking maybe what's the musical? Something about death. Death becomes her. I think that could have
Yeah.
been a very interesting idea,
Hmm.
and I would have gone to draw metal more. But whatever.
Mhm.
I went with this. I thought it was cute. I think my original concept would have done significantly better because I wanted to make her like a burlesque performer and give her the costumes that they wear in the show. Like I wanted to
Uh-huh.
have like giant like fluff and like the actual leotards that they wear, and I wanted to have like a giant crown with like the other faces on it. I just wanted to have like a bunch of masks of each queen.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that concept obviously changed. I just wanted to at one point just like show technique. Like here, I was trying to show technique, nothing other than that. But yeah, there was not a lot of. I'm a little upset with how it ended up that episode. I was like, really, really upset after because I spent so much time on it.
Yeah.
But I think it's cute. I don't think it was bad. I was a little upset, but whatever. No, but yeah,
Hmm.
I
I
mean, it's
struggled
I
really hard with
mean,
those picture frames,
they
those
really
roses. Oof.
struggled. They really
Yeah.
struggled to put someone in the bottom, so
yeah.
it's
No, at least I
fairly
got
really
someone eliminated.
mad,
At
Loki.
least, like
Yeah.
No man, like it's a great look,
thank
regardless,
you.
but it just missed the mark a little in
I
the
know. You guys are just jealous.
embodying
Detrás.
the
No, yeah, I
the
know.
musical, I guess.
No, yeah, but I think yet again after this you're gonna see how I get mad and I do something like completely wild. Cause like my next episode, people were obsessed with it. So yeah, I was really proud of that skull.
Mhm.
That bag, I think is like my favorite thing of the entire
Yeah.
look. I think it was really cute. Originally, I wanted to have with the concept that probably would have done well. I wanted to have like decapitated mannequin that looked like Henry the Eighth, and I think
Mm-hmm.
that would have been really funny. Like I'm just dragging
Mhm.
like a mannequin across the floor. I don't know
That would have
what
been
happened.
funny, yeah.
Happened.
These are very
Yeah.
good too.
I was inspired
I
by you,
love
Jay,
them.
when it came to
Oh.
drawing them because I wanted to do something a little bit stylized but 2D.
Mm-hmm.
So I was researching your work a lot, and you can kind of see it.
Yeah, actually. Maybe that's why I love them. But yeah, they're very cute.
Yeah, they're cute.
The flowers are
And
very
I
nice
definitely didn't
too.
copy and paste those picture frames because I was running out of
Oh.
time. Oh,
We gotta save time. They didn't
yeah.
even
Yeah.
notice, so who
I
cares?
was
Yeah.
tried getting away with so much copy and pasting because like up until like episode I don't think a single episode didn't stop. It's just like I was trying to like keep elevating myself and I didn't have time to like keep working on it. So at one point I would just have to copy and paste it because like I can't submit a half finished look.
Mhm.
So I don't care that I got that critique about symmetry.
Mhm.
I deserve it, but like ugh, I had to do it. And no
Going
one
back.
noticed the crown
Oh,
that it had faces.
oh, you're right.
I
They're
thought they were
like
cute.
tiny. They're so cute.
And looking
They're
back on
so
it, a lot of my
tiny.
friends recommended it. I could have said that it's based on the logo of Six because it's white, shiny, and has a golden crown on it. And it pisses me off
Cool.
so bad because it's literally spot on. And I think it could have pushed me
Yeah.
a little bit up. Like I maybe could have been safe with that.
Mhm.
Maybe.
Mm,
I don't know.
I don't know.
But yeah, it's cute.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, great though. We just missed the mark a little, but
I know.
It's a really hard musical. There's barely any visuals
Yeah.
to use
yeah,
like for the
like
concept, so I think that's the issue maybe.
exactly. Like even if you use the logo, I don't think it would have worked that well because like people
No, yeah.
don't have the logo in their mind, like
I mean, we just
even
have
I.
like 6 costumes and that's it. That's the
Yeah,
reference
Yeah.
point. Low key.
exactly.
Again, for not watching the musical, I don't think I did that bad. Like I
Oh
Yeah,
got
no
I
no.
think
a
it's
little bit.
literally it's pretty good. And I don't
Thank you.
think anyone's watched this musical in particular. Like it's very UK centric, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Okay,
Okay.
death.
Death. Oof. Okay. I'm kind of upset I didn't go with my first idea, but I talked with a lot of people and they were like, "Oof, you're like a spooky queen. Go spooky." I'm like, "Okay, fine."
Mm.
But my first idea was death
Yuppie.
by bees, and I wanted to have
Ooh.
her look like a grand little like flower, and she's just like swelling up because that way I get to draw some facial features that people haven't seen yet, but I get
Mm-hmm.
to like over exaggerate them and make them look morbid. I think it would have been still as morbid as my other one, but I don't know. I'm kind of happy I didn't do it because those flowers would have been the death of me. You could see that I
Yeah.
started rendering the flowers in the corner before I switched, but yeah, I thought it was cute.
No, it's a very good idea actually. But what led you to this idea?
Uh, I was like, spiders, what's scary about spiders? Coraline, the other mother. That was literally my thought process. I think I thought that for like 5 minutes in a car,
Literal.
like just driving. I'm like, okay,
Period.
no sketch, no nothing. I like for every other look I would be sketching in school. I had like thousands of different remade sketches. Um, like this one, I had nothing, like absolutely nothing. I went into it with like I was figuring it out as I was going, and I think it was really good. What someone scared me with was as the artist behind Phoenix Vega texted me, "Oh, it's cute, but look at this," and it was a drawing made by Candy from All Stars One
Oh,
Lip
of the
yeah.
same
I
character,
mean, Loki,
and I
gold
got really
saucer,
scared because
mama. Yours is
because
way
she's so
better.
talented. And I'm sorry, but like she's talented. Everyone knows her. She's a runner-up of freaking like one of the biggest seasons yet. And I was like, oof, I can't underdo it. So I think that's why I was pushing myself so hard on this look. But I'm really proud of it. I thought it was really pretty. Everyone was obsessed with that white outline, but that was literally just me being lazy. So I don't know. I got lucky, I guess. But yeah, I was really proud of it. I was taking a lot of inspiration from Jay's what's it called? Mystery Machine look.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make her tall and giant and scary. And I, I didn't get to use
Period.
prosthetics yet. And it's already like what,
Mhm.
episode 7? Like the season's already like halfway done. And she's a
Yeah,
prosthetic queen. So I think this was like a perfect chance for me to do that.
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
Yeah. But I wanted to make her look like a high fashion model. I wanted to make her look so interesting. Just very twisted.
I don't need no drugs. I don't need no
Uh-huh.
high fashion. But yeah, like I know it's like a very well-known character, and like Coraline's other mother has been like redone done so many times.
Mhm.
It's like
Mm-hmm.
by drag artists and like just costumes in general. But the way that you like created the silhouettes and like the cuts overall, like the color of the dress with the spikes and the bottom of the dress, like it was so creative and very. I feel like you reinvented the character in your own way, like. I don't think I've ever seen like this version of the other mother if she had been successful in luring Caroline yeah, being
No, yeah.
like her like an alternative universe. I think in an alternative universe, more fashionable, of course. This is what she would look like.
Well,
Period.
she can shapeshift into anything she wants. So this
And
is
everybody
technically
loves. And who doesn't love a spirit heart and a spirit head? Like obsessed, love it.
No,
Period.
yeah. I'm really happy. I think starting here, I was really able to like push my ideas through because I found my biggest challenge throughout the season was my skill level did not match up to what I wanted to do in my head. And I had to
Mhm.
simplify a lot of things, and it still kind of upsets me because like even up to my last episode, it's not what I wanted to do. I want to do something way more grand. Um, Hopefully if I ever come back, I could really show it. But
I
even though
mean,
it's really simplified.
you're 60. Shut the fuck up.
Jesus.
Just kidding. You have time to learn. Like this is
But I didn't want
impressive
to be
for everyone.
embarrassing. If I'm going against adults, I have to be better than them, you know? I have no
I mean,
excuse.
of
I stand up for
course,
it. Yeah.
there's just
But I'm
glow
really
up.
happy that the guest judge was able to tell that I was inspired by Mugler. I was like so
Mm-hmm.
happy when he said that. Like I didn't even need a translator. He said Mugler. I'm like, mm-hmm.
Who was the guest
No, but
the
yeah.
guest judge that episode? I forgot.
Who was the guest judge? Wait.
Coño, ¿cómo se llama? El que estuvo en la colabo.
What's his
Ah,
name?
Miquel.
Muñecas.
Mm-hmm.
Miquel Muria.
Yeah.
Miquel Muri has dicho.
No.
Bueno, Miquel. We
But
know.
yeah, but I'm happy he was able to realize that. I think he was like the only
Yeah.
person who even said that. But yeah,
Yeah, he was a great judge, actually.
I enjoyed him.
So yeah. Stunning. Stunning look.
Oh, my biggest
Stunning.
disappointment of the season is about to show.
More. Womp womp.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Bring back my muses.
Bring back my bottom.
I'm really disappointed in it. Like really, really disappointed. Like insanely disappointed. Like, I was so upset after this episode. I did not want to talk
Actually,
to anyone.
I
The
can attest to
mom.
that.
I had to force myself to like get
We
myself together.
know,
Like, I was
yeah, we know.
so upset after that episode. Like, words cannot describe. Like, I spent so much time on it, and I wanted to impress Jay so much
Can I bring this
because it's
over
literally
here?
what started it
Ooh,
all, you know. But yeah,
yeah.
Not the plugin. Shut the fuck up.
Girl, just for reference, not everyone has seen the original.
Sure, for
Girl,
reference. Get your screen time.
stupid ass cunt.
oh no, but yeah, I am one thing I am very grateful for, Jay. Thank you so much for like animating it for me because I was originally planning on doing it myself. I've never touched After Effects before, and I was already being like super late on it. I think I submitted it like the night before the episode. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. You have to teach me how to do it myself.
I will, I will.
Okay, one thing that pissed me off that no one understood. Okay, what did everyone think was the thing that she's stepping on?
What?
That
Beats the feet. Move.
that's a disco ball.
I
Everyone
don't
thought
know.
it was
I don't
something
think.
completely
We
different.
noticed.
Everyone's like commenting, "Oh, it looks like that. Oh, it looks like that." I'm like, no.
We can't see it on the tweets because there's my
No,
face
but
is
even
over it.
on the post, no one could figure it out. I had people texting me like, "What is this?" I don't know, but I think it was cute. Like, I feel like if I amped my technique up, I was like super tired after this look because I spent a lot of time rendering her face. Like after when I got to the lower half, I was so tired already. Like, uh, I think if I rendered it better, I could have been safe. But I think it was a little shady to put me in the bottom.
Oop.
But
For me, it was like similar to the six
no,
music
yeah,
album. First of all, everyone did good, but second of all,
yeah.
like the
Yeah.
choice is hard because this is the best look maybe of the season of
Yeah.
season 5. So there's no way to improve it. It's
What
just
really
like
upsets me is not necessarily the look, the fact that I gave up. I remember I was like
no.
texting everyone, like, just eliminate me at this point, like, vote
Yeah,
for
I
Yeah.
Sue.
remember.
I
Yeah,
think if I didn't
Congrats,
say
I
Eva.
was
that,
pretty sure I had to smack the shit out of you for that.
I had
I was
everyone
like,
texting me, "Are you
"Bitch."
stupid?" No, but yeah, I think if I didn't like
Yeah,
give up that
yeah.
quickly, I don't know, something else could have happened, and maybe I might have made the finale, but oop, but whatever. What happened happened. Sue's very talented. The artist behind her is as well. I'm happy that we both stayed. The chance, like the fact that Forte even decided to keep us both was very like nice.
Yeah, I mean, you made your
But
mark.
okay, a
I
little
mean,
tea. After he said Sue's name, I had a story ready to be posted on my account saying like thank you for having me, and I posted it.
I should did.
And then as it
Bitch,
loads, he says my name. I'm like,
shut up.
Girl
I
didn't even
deleted
wait a
it so
second. It was
fast.
like,
I waited it. I
click.
deleted it so fast. No, but that was really
Bro.
embarrassing because I could have gotten myself eliminated like just like that.
Yeah.
No, yeah, but it was really funny. But
I
I
mean,
think this is the end of
I
my
will say
like
something.
say it. Don't worry, I'm cutting everyone off.
Like, taking into account you referenced like easily my best look ever on Artist Race. This is very well done, and this is like very successful, taking into account like the level that you were referencing. Like, I don't think many people would have even been able to get to this. Like,
Uh-huh.
so like props to you, Mama. Like, even though
Thank
you were in
you.
the bottom, this is still stunning. This is still
It
an
is.
awesome job. Like, it was just a shame in that sense because like choices matter a lot, I think, in Artist Race overall. Like the choices you make when when in a category, like like in a theme, impact like a lot of the outcome. And this episode in particular, I think is a case where the look you choose like can really like elevate you or maybe drag you down a little. Because it's like a fine line, like you have to choose a look that is not like very, 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 very good because like it's gonna be hard to top it. But if it's like very bland, it's gonna be hard to bring something out of it. So it's like It's hard. It's a hard episode. So like, I think y'all like literally everyone did great. So you should all be proud of
Yeah.
proud of yourselves. I think.
I think like
Yeah.
the only thing that I'm proud of is I finally figured out how to render hair this episode. Like if you look at the horns,
Yeah.
I think I did fairly well.
No, for the look you chose, like this is perfect. Like I wouldn't change
Exactly.
a thing, but I think it was solely on the choice. Like
Yeah.
I don't think there's any Ache look that you could redo that would be like top 3 or win this specific challenge. You know.
I originally was gonna do either her or Aguacate, but
Mm-hmm.
Phoenix did her, so
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to do something alternative because this was like a chance to like do something alternative to show the fact that I'm very alternative. I guess I showed it.
For sure. I will say though, I love you to bits. Like just for this, Mama. Like this is a lovely tribute. I love you so much. Like the name be here. Like I'm biased. I don't give a fuck. Like this is amazing. I
Lemma.
love it so. I love it so
It
much.
is.
Thank you.
And to be
So
honest, like in artist race, as long as you stay, it literally doesn't matter what your position
exactly.
was. Like bottom, win, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
As long as you make it to the next episode.
But then I won the
So
next episode, so
so okay.
Man.
Speaking of that, okay.
okay. Starting this episode, we enter frontrunner era. I'm putting quotation marks because technically I literally had like one of
Period.
the worst track records out of the entire three
Lemma.
frontrunners. I like the at that time the only three people that had 2 wins were Imani, Zeru, me. They had like they. I think they were tied in track records, and then there's me with
Mhm.
like 3 bottoms, and I'm like, no, yeah, but I was so mad. I think that's why this look is so high quality because I had so much like anger fueling me. Like I started working on it right away because I was like, I need to prove that I deserve to be here,
I think it
and I'm
was a
proud of it.
I think it was a cocktail of a lot of things going on, like that feeling that you just said right now, and also Rosalia's album came out, so bam.
Perfect timing. Perfect timing.
Lemma.
That wasn't even gonna be
Okay.
the song that I was gonna put. Like it was like perfect. I manifested the album doing well. I
All
gotta get some
right.
money out of that. Monetize it.
So yeah,
No, yeah.
tell us a bit more about this.
Okay, this was I think the
Stunning.
very first when I got the list of themes. This was I think was the first theme that I was like I'm doing that. Like nothing changed within the 5 months coming up to this episode. Like I was clear to this idea. I had it planned. I had a sketch. I think, and it shows because like I had nothing that you can really argue was like not understandable.
Mhm.
This wasn't the idea was the same. The original concept for how I was gonna do it was a little bit different. I wanted her hands like attached to her head, and the little like mouth that angels have. Her hands would go down, and the giant pearl she had up there would start glowing. But I was like, I don't want to do a reveal. I just want to do high
That's
quality.
crazy.
Yeah. But I think if I did that would have been cool too. And the frills she has on her dress were originally gonna be on her arms. She was gonna have like
Mhm.
giant wings almost. But I think it turned out nicely. I think the silhouette's a little bit boring because it's really just a mermaid skirt, nothing interesting.
I mean,
And
this
I
is the
definitely didn't
challenge
copy
to
and
do a
paste the
mermaid
bottom.
skirt, so
It
Yeah.
works.
And it's kind of upsetting that I won with it because it's like I did a mermaid skirt. Like, come on.
I,
No, but yeah.
I mean, it was a secret year challenge. If there's a challenge to do a
exactly.
art,
For
then
real.
But I did not expect I was gonna win. I was texting one of my friends. I'm like, oh, they like it, whatever. I don't expect to win. And then because I was lagging too, like my Wi-Fi is notoriously like really, really bad. I'm watching it and I lag out and they go, Araña. I'm like, hello? Like I'm literally
She died.
Yeah. Damn.
Diva.
after just talking about how bad her Wi-Fi is.
She manifested it for real.
Lemma.
Yeah.
Her wife says fuck off.
Honestly, I'm
yeah.
surprised she kept her
Okay.
connection like working for so long because like
Lemma.
Diva can
Now
even
we can hear you.
Oh my god, there was so much drama about this look online. I remember people writing in the comments like not deserved and like
oh,
ooh, I was really like this is not okay. After here, I instead of being mad, became insanely petty. Like
oh,
I just wanted to prove to everyone that like I just that I'm just like more talented than all of you.
Ah,
Fuck it.
Period. Period.
I didn't care if I was gonna do bad.
Period.
I was just like pissed, and I had an attitude problem.
fair.
Yeah, like I think like after those comments, like I was really irritated because there were some people saying like, "Oh, didn't deserve to some like choices." I was like, "Okay, I see who you are." As
Oop.
like people on the internet with like a private account, like why do I care
Yeah.
what you're saying? But like I think that was a kind of good in its own way because it kind of fueled me to keep going.
Mhm.
But I think starting here is when I was really just like showing my technique. But that kind of was like a double-edged sword because after this look, only started showing technique and like no personality. Like it looks very like it has a lot of like character, it has a lot of like big ideas. I don't think that's avant-garde for me. Like every episode after that, I would like I'm not necessarily proud of it. I'm like proud of the technique and that's it. And that's kind of like a weird statement to say. But I don't.
I can see where you're coming from, though.
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, but this is stunning, so
Exactly. Who cares?
I don't know. I mean, this is the thing. We have 7 days to make a look. Like, you don't have time
Yeah.
to think about
Technically, I had
every single
less. I think I
detail.
made this look in 3 days. Not even full 3 days. I think
Mhm.
like I remember the look, the timestamp was like 20, almost 30 hours. But I think that
Yeah.
was split up into like 3 days. Literally had like 3 days to work on it. Honestly, it's
Yeah,
not that bad.
it's great.
Yeah,
It's
like
great for 3
most
days, mama.
most most looks are made like over a weekend. So
Exactly.
Yeah. I still don't know
literally
how
you
some
just have to
people.
put your hand to work and turn off your
Yeah.
brain and
There
go
are
for
two
Right.
it.
people who like absolutely like shock me to this day. I'm not gonna say who you know who you are. Like literally, I
Yeah.
am joining a voice call at like 11 p.m. the night before the
We
tournament, and they're just
know.
starting. I'm like, and then they win
We
the next
know who they
episode. I'm
are.
Insane work.
it's so much
Insane
like
work.
Insane.
that's insane. I really hope I can get to that point one day.
They're
Insane
wild.
I don't
You
know.
will.
behavior.
I think I got to that point for the Music Perusa because I don't know how I pumped that out so fast. Like the last
Right.
book I did in one
Amazing,
day.
actually.
I
Like,
don't
you
know how
want
I did
to
it.
really brought it out, like, mama. You got sold.
Like
Yeah.
the both that got eliminated and y'all are top two. That was crazy.
Deserved, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, deserved
Okay.
win. So be proud of it, please.
Thank
Exactly.
you.
Like,
I am. I
Like
am.
you literally 2 months ago before this look, you were mm, you needed like a month to make a finished drawing, and
Yeah.
you did this in
exactly.
3 days.
Speaking of a month
So
to make a finished drawing, those curls, those
Talk about them
curls.
girls. Talk about them
If you look
girls.
really, really closely, I am not joking. I copied and pasted patches of them and duplicated it because I thought I would finish them in one day. It took me the
that's
entire
fair.
week to work on them. Like, and I was like, because I was trying to go full out with the girls because I want to show like hair. I want to do something new. I want to show something interesting. That's really like the main highlight of the look. Like, I don't care about anything else. Like, the hair, just the hair. I'm really proud of it. I don't care that like, I got critiques for symmetry. Don't even care. I am really proud of this look. There's a lot of stuff that I had to cut out though, which I'm really upset about. Like she was supposed to have a lot more detail on the bottom half, but I had to take it down. Sadly, she was gonna have like little tassels. I don't know.
Mhm.
No, but yeah, I think this look was really really cute.
On the nipples, yeah, it's tassels.
Oh my god, I usually was working on these looks in school, so I had to literally like draw a black line, so like no one would be like, "What are you working on?"
Not the
No, yeah.
censorship.
Oh, that was really bad during episode 7, to Bring Back My Girls. I literally just had to block out everything. Like I was working, like
Yeah.
half the screen was just like black line. Yeah, it was funny. No, but yeah, this was a really cute look. I'm really proud of it.
It's very cute. There's just one thing I don't get about it. It's like those straight lines connecting to the hands. Is that like wires?
Okay,
Like
what people
it-
have to do, because
like
either you have to like make it technical, like it has to be possible to be made in reality. I was planning on
Mhm,
either doing strings or metal rods. We went
mhm.
with metal rods because I needed something see-through because I wanted them floating. So I guess I figured that out. No, but literally the hands were
yeah.
so last minute because I didn't expect the curls to take that long. I honestly think if I didn't struggle with time, I could have placed better. Because I was supposed each hand was supposed to have a different pose and everything. And some were
Okay.
supposed to be closer, some were supposed to be far away.
Yeah.
I had to
Yeah,
scratch that
that would have
entirely.
worked. Hmm.
I think it
Mm.
would have done better, but I'm still proud of it. I don't care.
I mean, and my tip when you're doing floating stuff, like just
Mm-hmm.
be mm, like be subtle about it, like be fantasy
Yeah.
about it, like 1% opacity. You just have to justify it for keeping
Yeah.
your low-key. So
Yeah.
no, it's there, it's not floating, I swear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I think it was
Did,
cute.
did
It
you
It's
think
very
of
is.
like
clear.
drawing actual spider arms or legs or whatever it's called, connecting to the hands or
Okay.
like?
In my original sketches, I thought about it. I didn't want to repeat myself too much from episode 6, the horror one, because I already
Yeah.
drew spider legs. So really didn't want to keep falling into cliche like, oh, Araña Grande, spiders, blah 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 blah. So I kept trying to like push as far away as from it as while staying with it. And I think this is like a good mix of it because it's like this weird alien creature that looks like a spider, but still like it's recognizably a spider body, but like it's not what you would automatically think a spider would look like. And I think it was like a smart way to think about it.
Hmm.
But I'm kind of happy I went with the floating hands because originally not only she was gonna have posed hands, she was gonna have buff arms. I think that would have been very campy, but I think it's
Yeah.
cute. Yeah.
Lots
Oh,
Sure,
of
the
Jen.
tiny
detailing with the
details.
stones were
I
so
think you
last
also
minute.
the eyes really, really,
Mm-hmm.
really
Gotta keep
cute.
an eye on Selena.
I think
Always.
for this specific look, your rendering really works. Like the way you, because you do grayscale, right? And then the
Uh-huh.
color.
Yeah.
That's for everything. That's crazy. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
especially the skin, like for me, looks like almost
Oh, everyone's
like
complimented my
kind
skin
of
so much.
dead.
It's not hard to do. It's really not hard to do. Honestly, I think I was the most lazy this week on the skin, and I got the
Yeah,
most like positive critiques on it, which was like funny.
Yeah, I
it's
Because like
remember.
literally,
hard.
I remember
I
one
only
of you
use
on
what
the
do
look
you?
we were
Mhm.
talking about how you played really well drawing the warmth of the areas where the
Mhm.
outfit was pressing against the skin, and I didn't realize that until they spoke about it on the stream. But yeah, it's
Mhm.
really well done, truly.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
also
I
like
can spoil
it
the
really
technique
helps out
if
on
you
this
guys
like
want it.
more sexier vibe because like
Mhm.
ooh she's like ooh she's hot. Okay.
Mm.
No, but yeah, the technique is really easy. If you do ever try grayscale, it's literally just color judge of the skin tone that you want. You bring it down, and it gives it like a green tint, and you can kind of see that. And then I just go in with like a soft light layer with red, and it looks real. And I think that's the easiest thing to do. And I was using that for the other episodes, so I'm happy they gave me that like compliment because then I knew exactly what they wanted.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Work.
Girl, you got
but I think from this oh sorry.
girl, you after this you're gonna give me a tutorial because Mama needs a makeover.
You do.
Oh,
Please tutorial.
block it. Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
shady.
Hey, she's learning from
No,
me.
but yeah.
Stan.
I have you wait. I have a silly
Okay.
Hmm.
question. Like
Let's go ahead.
you
Go for it.
love the airbrush and like it really
Oh, I
works
don't
in
use
your
airbrush.
style. It works really. What? Which you don't, or you
Mm-mm. I
only?
use a square brush. I use I have a custom blending brush. I don't use soft brush at all. I
Okay,
don't use it.
it's
It
blending.
looks like it, but it
You're
doesn't. I
crazy.
use like it's like this weird rectangular brush I found. I'm slowly inching away from it because it leaves a lot of specks, but like I like square brushes.
Yeah.
I don't use soft brush
You
at
do
all.
blend a lot though, right? Like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
'cause
go full out.
I
That's
think, I
insane,
think,
mama.
yeah, because I think that's what's giving it the soft brush vibe, like the
Yeah,
blending.
because I like a very like soft look, but I don't
Yeah.
necessarily like the soft. Because back when I started doing digital, back in like COVID kind of time, I was obsessed with the
Mhm.
soft brush, and I learned from it because it looks horrid. It looks absolutely horrid because like the lines are not crisp. It looks muddy. It's really hard to show definition. I avoid
Crispy.
it as much as I can. And with a rectangular brush, you can see a more clear shape when you're shading as well. Like you can put like a flat shape and then you start blending it, and now it feels a little bit more natural, and it's easier for me to work with. So I don't know, but yeah,
Yeah.
this
But
look.
like your sketches, like specifically with
Mhm.
color palette, you've used other brushes, I think.
That's the brush that I used to render.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I mean, I was curious, like if you were experimenting with brushes or are you
No,
really
no, no, no. That's the
comfortable
brush I
right
used to
here?
render. Yeah,
Wow.
Interesting.
So you just
it's a
blend it a
really gritty
lot.
brush.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
There's a lot of blending there. Yeah.
That's a lot of blending. Like insane that you could pull this off.
Yeah. Okay. This look,
Sharp as
I
hell.
had a
That's
good idea
meow.
for it, but I altered it so much. Originally, she was gonna be like same concept. She was gonna be on a giant ball and like rolling into it, like she's like in an actual circus. After this episode, I was like a little upset, so I went with more of like an upset tone. But the concept
Mhm.
for here, I really didn't want to do something boring in the sense
The
like it's
tiny
sharp, so
face.
obviously I was
Tiny
gonna have
face is
so many
something.
more of
No.
them. I had to cut them down.
Not the
No, but
not the
yeah.
not the face. Oh my
Not the
god.
frowning
So
faces.
sad.
So cute.
She's so
Yeah.
sad.
No, but yeah, I just wanted to do something campy while still being sad. And okay,
Be for real.
you can read me on it. If you look really closely, and I think after this episode, it's so obvious. I'd say like a good 70% of my looks are use primary colors only. Literally just blue, red, yellow. I don't know how no one critiqued me on that the entire run of the season.
I mean,
Because it's like,
it's not
I
really
did
something
not
to be
switch my color palette.
critiqued because, like,
No, but I didn't switch anything at all. Like, it literally was the same color palette practically, just different values. Like, like the biggest thing that I would do if I ever came back was I want to experiment with colors so much more.
mhm.
I think like I just naturally just kept gravitating toward it, and it kept working, which was kind of funny.
I mean, at the end of the day, like, colors can be also like a signature of your style.
Yeah,
Like it
but
would
it's
be
not.
weird for them to critique.
I was
I
just
mean, yeah, but
leaving.
they don't know that though, so
Yeah.
it would be weird for them to critique that. Like, oh my god, you're using like the primary colors at the time. And it's like, who cares?
Yeah, it would
Okay,
Like,
be
one
weird.
critique I was really mad about here was the symmetry, but not the moon, which I obviously copied and pasted, but the sleeves, which I didn't.
oh,
They
Which
look
ones?
like
okay,
The
so
this
sleeves.
part,
yeah,
and this part.
everyone said that they look
Huh?
copied and pasted, but I did not copy and paste them at all.
No, I think they were talking about the sleeves on
This
the
part.
floor.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't copy and paste it.
Okay.
Oh, you
Really?
did it.
No.
I
Yeah.
mean, Mama, they look the same. Mama.
Yeah,
Really?
they're very similar.
Love.
Yeah.
No,
Okay, then I have
when you
perfect
when you
rendering.
get close, yeah, okay, you can see it.
Yeah, but
But
No,
like
yeah.
Mama,
when
they
you zoom
look the
out,
same.
like you can tell like it was like drawn differently, but like the shapes overall they look very
I know,
similar.
yeah. Well,
But
okay,
like,
to be
who gives
fair, I did copy and paste
personally
them
who gives
before
a
I start
fuck?
rendering.
Yeah, who
Like the
cares?
base was the same, but when I rendered them, I rendered them completely differently. The
No, you
moon,
can
I
Yeah,
literally
tell.
just copied and pasted it after
I
I
do that
colored it
too.
and got rid of the
Yeah.
face. But no one talked about it, which was like a little
Yeah, but the
weird, but
moon Loki makes sense because it's a prop. Like makes
fine.
sense that
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
made from a mold, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
the sleeves are like fabric.
But the symmetry stuff, it's silly. Like no one cares
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
you do symmetry
I know.
sometimes.
No,
And
but I
like
get why it's a critique. It's like a little lazy, and I agree with it. Like I hate
Nah,
when
but
people use symmetry.
it's not lazy. Like the same thing with your rendering. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
not never lazy. It's optimizing the time that you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And it depends
because
on
you
how you
wanna
do it
compress stuff.
though. Because
Yeah.
to me this is like symmetry done right, Like it's symmetry but
Mm-hmm.
it's not like blatant or like badly done. So
Yeah, I
it
literally have not
works.
used the symmetry tool since like 2019. I hate
Right,
it so
like
much. Like if I duplicate it, I duplicate it and alter it. So yeah, but I think it was cute. I'm still really upset I landed at the bottom. Honestly, like here, that episode, I was not upset with going home. Like I was not
Mm.
yeah.
upset.
No.
I would have much rather went home this episode, so I would have time to prepare for the Musapalooza than the next episode, which was really
Tomorrow.
upsetting because I was so tired. I was so tired. So I was kind of upset in a way that I stayed, but not in like a
What?
way that I'm not happy the fact that I stayed. I don't know how to explain it. It's very weird.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. The burnout is real by this point of the competition. Like, everyone is tired. Like,
Yeah.
we're done with everything.
Mhm.
And
But
when
I
you're
did get a lot
in
of
the bottom, it's
positive
like,
comments from other people on it, so I'm happy
yeah,
that I still like made an impact with it.
no, like the look is great. Like as always, the concept just missed the mark a little. Like,
I had another concept. I was scared to go with it though. I thought it would have been really cool because obviously she hides her eyes because she has like a self-image issue, whatever.
mhm,
Um, I wanted her completely naked, just holding shards of glass, like giant shards of glass, and she's covered in glass. But
mhm,
like
Mhm.
working with something that reflective, I think would have been very risky, and I didn't want to risk myself that much.
Yeah, it's
But I think
very
it would have been
difficult.
very nice to see
Mhm.
because I don't think anyone has ever done that.
It's difficult to
no,
work with
I know,
opacity
yeah,
in Twitch because
yeah.
the
yeah.
layering gets weird.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
It has
yeah, for
happened to all
sure.
of us.
Yeah,
Like opacity is a pain in the ass.
yeah,
Especially with Procreate. I don't know what happens with Procreate, but whenever I do like semi-transparent stuff, it looks completely different in Twitch.
Google.
Like
yeah. I
it's
noticed that.
so bad.
But I like Procreate, so whatever. I'll deal with
No, me
it for
too,
the
but
sake of it.
like,
Yeah.
so yeah, I love the tiny feet.
Petit,
Okay,
so
those
petit.
were so fun to draw. Like,
Yeah,
I was obsessed with drawing them. I think they were so
they look
cute.
it.
Would do them again. This was originally, I was gonna do a concept like that for a villain era.
Uh-huh.
I kind of wanted to do like, she went insane from pastel because like she doesn't use pastels. But it wasn't like really like horror or like villain technically, so I didn't go with
Yeah.
it. But I wanted her like walking out. She's like a tiny little doll, like a Japanese doll. I wanted to like very like Japanese horror kind of vibe.
Mm-hmm.
And then she gets up and she has like this giant monster underneath her cloak. And then I just went
Ooh.
to just for being insane, and then we just went. Oh, so that went away.
Mhm.
But I saved those legs for this episode, which was cute. I'm happy with
That's
it.
Mm.
cute.
Yeah.
How do you land this concept? Because Mama, this is insane.
Yeah. It's
I don't know how
I
I
thought
landed. I
everyone
started
was
like
going to
staying
be
up until
literal.
midnight.
You're
Yeah, it's sleep
wild.
delusion. Sleep delusion.
Okay.
Yeah.
the
It's
design
just
is
the
stunning
flow.
though.
It is. Yeah, I was so sad to see you in the bottom for this. I don't know
I
why. Like,
know.
this is like a very tender, cute look.
I
Like,
think okay,
we're
I want to say
in
something a little bit
love.
controversial.
Okay, go ahead.
I agree with everything the judges do. Absolutely. But I do think someone else should have landed in the bottom instead of me.
That's fair.
Mm, but like what happened happened. At least I stayed. I'm not gonna be upset about that.
Yeah.
I'm proud of the
Yeah,
look no matter what I got. So
No, yeah, it's fair to
hmm,
have those. Like, thought we all
for
had them.
sure.
I think.
yeah.
Right, like we probably agree with you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
But it's
lie.
okay. We'll live.
Okay, episode
Final
11.
episode.
Silence.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
let's talk about this because this is very interesting.
Mm.
Let's talk.
No, no, for sure.
It is
Oof.
Because
amazing.
like when
Uh-huh.
you told me you were gonna do this, I was like so excited. Like the idea to me is
Okay,
like
one thing I noticed each time that you
insane.
said that this is gonna win, I landed in the bottom, and I have proof of it on Discord. You
I
said
didn't say
that
you were gonna win. I said you had the potential to
no,
win.
no, 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 no.
The
On the musical
potential.
week, you literally wrote.
Close
I can
mom.
scroll back to the message. You're gonna win, Mama. You're doing great. Proceed to
You're
Mama.
doing amazing, sweetie.
I'm gonna pull the receipts. Hold up.
I'm gonna pull it out. I'm gonna pull it out. I'm gonna
Mama,
post it on my story too, so
You're
everyone
doing
can see.
mama,
amazing.
mama.
I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. No, but yeah,
Speaking
Bro.
speaking of receipts, I just keep thinking of that comment. You know what I'm talking about, Peri. That the thing you're holding is me.
ah,
No. The
mm,
anatomy.
Like I can never look at this look the same way.
no, yeah, but my original concept, I just wanted to do something like mutated. Okay, I lied about the fish look. This was actually the first idea I had, which is weird because it was like literally the hardest theme I think Forto gave us this entire season, like by a
It
landslide.
was by a mile, yeah.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to do something so like this is like my last chance to be super conceptual because this is the most conceptual theme of the entire season. So I'm like, I don't care what I get. I just want to show that I am completely different from everyone else. So from day one, I actually have the sketch like right over there, pinned up on my wall. But like, I want it to have zippers everywhere, and her mouth should like have a zipper. And she opens it. That would have been like a reveal, and like it inflates, and just people screaming, like inflated, hands going. After
Oh,
that kind of went away, I wanted to keep going with the hands, and I stumbled upon these beautiful little like sculpted wings on Pinterest. I was like, I have to do something with that. I think they're beautiful. Originally, they were gonna be giant and like going onto the floor melting, but I yet again I ran out of time. But
Lemao.
I'm still happy with how it came out. I don't think it looks
It
bad.
is. I love
Yeah,
how you had a reveal for planned for every single look, and then you ended up doing
I had
none
so
of
many people
them.
telling me just don't do it.
Lemao. No,
Yeah.
that's fun though. Like you're a creative person at the end of the day, so
One
it
thing that I
makes
don't think people
sense.
talked about enough was the texture of the outfit. I had
Yeah.
so much fun making that see-through vinyl, like elastic, and like I think it looks so fun. I'm definitely gonna be testing it out more, but like it was so fun to look at. It was so fun to work with. It was actually very easy. I think that was like the easiest thing to do. I finished it in like a solid 2 hours, the entire fabric everywhere. Yeah, but again, I'm happy with how it turned out. I don't care about the placement. What happened happened. You know? Yeah. Oh,
Not
and if you
Jay
look really,
saying
really closely,
this is gonna go down in artist
the
history.
receipts
Trump
are.
gets eliminated.
yeah.
I mean,
I
it went.
said if you manage to do it, Mama. I
Oh,
Okay,
she
clarified.
fine,
I
she
said
fine,
flopped.
this
So
was
you're
I
fine,
had
saying
fine.
she flopped.
I'm not. I'm just
You're
saying this had the
shady.
potential to be
Okay, but that's for this
like a
episode. I'm gonna
moment.
scroll back all the way back to episode 5, and we're gonna look at that.
This is not
No.
episode 5 though. Why would you go
Okay,
back? We're not talking about episode 5.
okay, whatever. I can talk about whatever the hell I want. What are you
Sure.
gonna do? Whatever. If you look really closely, I actually rendered all her makeup. She has makeup underneath
Why did you do that, motherfucker?
because I didn't know how see-through it was gonna be. You could see the black here. That's the
Zero.
eyeshadow. She had actual eyeshadow going up here,
The way you
and I
can
had a
say it at
full
all.
render. Mm.
I
And because
cannot
you didn't
see
see
it on
it,
the
I drew a
stream.
little smiley face there. Yeah, whatever. Exactly, you can't see it. But like I drew a little smiley face there, so that's a little cute thing,
The mom.
a little secret. I thought the makeup was really cute too. I was saving that reference for a while. Oh, and one thing, originally she was gonna have like a rib cage because the reference I used had bones on that fabric, and I think that could have made it a little bit more interesting. But again, what happened happened. We'll live. I think it's cute.
I mean, it is very pretty. Like this was top 6. It was hard to
Yeah.
choose. It was really like, I guess you are at the bottom because I don't know.
Yes,
Yeah. One thing that I
Phoenix.
was a little upset about is the
Serving
fact that
face.
oh, for like 90% of that look, I had Phoenix's face like from different angles just set up next to her. Like if you turn it around, it does look like her. I was gonna actually add her lip piercing.
Can I
Like I put a
partake?
lot of attention to detail. Like even her chin looks the same. Oof. That was fun
Mama,
to
this
draw.
is
That was
so
really fun to draw.
silly.
Like,
Yeah.
This is creepy.
like I love that
Scary.
she's melting. That she's. I love that she's melting, and but like she's chill. She's a. It's
Yeah,
fine. She's
she's
fine.
She's fine with it. She's like, it's
She's like,
whatever.
she's happy.
yeah, she's having the
She's
time of her
chilling.
life.
It's my time.
She's happy to
I
be
since
there.
I think it was just a little really cute detail because I wanted because I really felt like it was anyone's game the episode prior, like to stay. I wanted
Hmm.
Phoenix to walk like one more runway because it's personally fair. So I think everyone got their chance to be shown. I think that was cute.
Yeah.
Hmm. For sure.
I remember you apologizing for the club kid shoes.
The club kid
Oh,
boots.
The
They seem
mom.
regular, mama.
exactly.
Uh, Originally, the goop on the bottom was going to be like made of skin as well.
Hmm.
But because I was so short on time, I was like, what's the easiest way to get around it? I'll just make it look like the shoes are melting. So yeah, that was cute. And they were gonna have like fur. They were gonna look like they were like melting down as well. There's a lot of stuff I had to cut out. But whatever. And the headpiece was super last minute. Like I was like, how do I bring the nuke idea there? Because
I
it
think
makes
this
sense
is
in
my
my head
favorite
without
No, man,
part.
it.
I
it's
think
amazing. It's the best part, Loki.
Yeah, but this I
literally
had no
that's my
reference
favorite part.
for. Yeah, that was fully just like last minute. But like in my head, a lot of what I struggled with is in my head it makes sense, but when someone else looks at it because they don't get what I'm trying to like show, it doesn't make sense in theirs. So I'm like, I have to add something like kind of obvious to pull together. I think that's what I did.
Hmm.
But I think it was cute. I probably one of the looks that I'm most proud of the entire season.
Mhm.
But again, technically,
Yes.
I don't think it shows a lot of character, but technique was insane.
I mean, the anatomy on the hands, like you've improved a lot, and the face over the
Yeah, I'm
season.
proud of that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I would have like 30 friends lined up while I was drawing. I would just grab their hand and be like, show me. And I would keep modeling them. Like I was
What?
not playing around. I was not playing around.
Bravo.
Thank you.
Clap noises.
Like the face is so goofy. I can't. Why did you make it so goofy?
I don't
Because
know. It was
I
not
would
supposed to be
imagine
like that.
like I would imagine this like as just a silhouette with the
Okay,
cosmic
okay.
like
You know
the
what? You know
stars.
what? She looks stupid because she embarrassed me on Delulu
Oh,
Oh,
on her episode
you're right.
with the
You're
infamous
right.
meme.
Peri, Peri,
What did she say?
Peri,
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 Peri.
Peri, Peri, Peri.
So
She
now she
had it
gets her own
coming.
meme.
She had it
Exactly.
coming.
No, but yeah, that was like really
Sister
funny. Yeah.
nukes her.
Looks at me. Ah,
No puedo.
that's so much.
Yeah.
Uh, but you had a good run. Well, no, it hasn't finished yet. But you had a
Oh
fun,
yeah, I
good
uploaded
run.
the Musapalooza looks as well.
Yeah. Oh. And okay, let's go in order.
Okay.
I,
My thought process was I have 3 days to finish these 3 looks. I don't care because I can't get eliminated anymore. So do whatever. Oof. Okay. One thing, and it kind of shows. I learned to do a small sketch of the drawing before I start drawing it, and like get the colors
Mm-hmm.
down, figure out the proportions, figure out the energy, and it helps a lot because
Take
usually I struggle
notes.
figuring it
Take
out.
notes.
Mm-hmm.
That's perfect.
No, yeah, but it helps a lot. I still have to like figure it out more because I wasn't doing it full out, but I think it was good. No, yeah, but I was like, can I just do Alien at this point? Like, I've not drawn an Alien since casting. I just wanted to do
Mm.
an Alien so bad, so I'm like really happy I got Cyberpunk because it's like literally a theme that has my name written all over it. Like, there's really nothing special about this look. It's just Alien, and I think that's what I do best. And it's so fun. I love drawing her face. I've not done anything like that. Those prosthetics are actually insane. The most fun thing about it, that's her actual jaw. Her lips up are not her. So it's like a really interesting way to think about it. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
really
Yeah.
fun look. A lot of just experimenting and having fun and like not caring.
I mean, that's when you do your best, Loki.
Yeah.
You just let go.
Hmm.
For
A lot
sure.
of people didn't notice that I wrote on her jacket, which was
Cunt,
funny.
Cunt.
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 No, but yeah, that was cute. That was a fun detail.
Nova says you should be very proud.
Thank
And
you.
honestly, she loves every of your looks, every one of your looks.
Yes.
And for Tonillo too, he's obsessed with you.
Thank you.
I mean for real, like he loves you and your
Yeah,
art.
so much.
Thank you. It means a lot.
Okay.
Okay,
Then
the
we have the
makeup we can probably
makeup.
forget about.
No, we're
I
gonna talk
had
about
to.
it.
No,
Ooh.
literally not.
Mm. Okay, I'm a little upset with how I had to make it because in my head, makeup is prosthetics, and originally she was gonna have cheeks. She was gonna have like a giant nose bridge. So a lot of it had to get altered last minute. And it's like nobody's fault. I get it. People are just trying to help me, but like I was a little bit upset with how it turned out because it's not what I originally envisioned. And a lot of it was just last minute. Was finishing up like right before the episode. Did not expect anything with it. I think out of like these 3 looks, this was one that I really don't care about. There's nothing special about it. But it's cute. It's cute.
I mean,
What was the
it's
joke
very
that I made
cute.
when I was making it? There was a joke that I made. I referenced like 3 artists.
But this is good. Like this
Whatever.
is low-key my
Yeah.
favorite of the 3. Maybe
Really?
because it's just like
Really?
an alien but aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
love the
Yeah, well, this one
colors
it's
had
too.
like
always blue and yellow.
yeah,
Which is very Araña.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think out of the entire thing, the only thing that I really am proud of how I did, the orbs on her head, I think the detailing is so cool. Like if you zoom in, they're like rainbow
Mhm.
lines going through
Yeah,
it,
you can kind
and I
of
think
see
it
it.
looks sick.
Yeah.
Like I think I don't remember what filter I did for it, but like it looks insane. Like I really was happy with how it turned out. But this look was very rushed. I spent most of the time with the first and third.
I mean, that's fair, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Again, 1 week, 3 looks.
Yeah.
Mama.
mama.
1 week 3 looks, girl. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Just the
that's
fuck you managed to
crazy.
pull through is insane.
And
So
and this is what you pulled off. You pulled all this off
Ooh.
in one. Damn.
For
Mm-hmm.
real.
Fuck you.
Yeah. This look was struggle bus central.
Period. I think for
Ooh.
everyone, low-key.
There's a lot of stuff, and this was not my original concept. I just wanted something boring and pretty.
Oh my god, I
My
love
original
this.
concept. Oh yeah, not a lot of people noticed that, and I think it was so cute. I think it
I
was
noticed.
adorable.
I
It
noticed.
is. I did
I think it was
too.
really cute.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, originally I was planning on she would still be wearing that robe and like holding the globe. I wanted her head
Globe.
to have an extension of like an angel, and she has like other angels flying around with like clouds, and they're all like swirling around the globe. But I
Mhm.
think that would have taken me so long, so I just
So
scrapped it. I was like, "This is
ambitious.
easy. Let's
Yeah,
do
it's too
it."
much.
Yeah, if I had more time,
I
I would have definitely done
mean,
that.
yeah,
Mm.
but you went for like a good idea, which is like something grand but
I just wanted to reference
simple.
the musical,
Uh-huh.
the music video. No more
Musical.
Musical,
musicals.
yeah.
No more musicals.
The musical.
No, yeah, no, I'm happy that the people in the background had masks because that like literally I was like, I'm doing that. Like it's so easy. Like it was really easy and laid out for me. It was like, here's the road, take it. I was just testing out. I finally got a fur brush, and you could see it because I didn't struggle rendering the feathers. I think the feathers were the most fun part for me because the brush I would render those feathers in like 30 minutes. Like the entire wings collectively took like 30 minutes. Like they were so fun. Like one thing that I took away from this is that brushes can change absolutely everything.
They do.
Because
Mhm.
I downloaded like a completely new brush set for this week. Sped me up
Mhm.
so fast. I felt
Like,
like I was drawing as a different person.
that's
Like
why I
Um,
have
for
like
real.
thousands of brushes because
yeah.
like they do
One
make
thing I am
a difference
upset
for real.
is
Was it
with
the one
time.
that I gave you?
Oh, sorry.
Was it the one that I gave you? I think.
I altered it. Yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah. But it was nice to work with something new. As long as you don't look closely at her hands, I think I'm kind of proud of it.
I looked.
But those are not rendered at all.
Tiny hands.
And they're
Those
kind of
are hands. I don't know what
questionable
they are.
anatomy wise,
Those are
but they're fine.
gloves. I know. One thing
For not noticing,
oh
her
my
booming
god.
laugh was so funny.
No,
Where
Google.
that was cool.
where are the nails?
Where are the what
Where are
now?
the nails?
The nails.
If you're not
Nails.
wearing nails, you're not doing drag.
I didn't do nails the entire season.
Spill,
No one noticed nails. I didn't draw
Can you?
nails the entire season. No one noticed.
They
mama.
were so tiny you couldn't see
The-
them.
The micro nail.
Baby nails.
Ooh.
Baby
Okay, if I
hairs.
ever come back for All Stars, her
Mama,
promo is gonna have inch-long nails. I don't know.
no nails, no nails, how to chop, mama.
I
We need
know.
nails.
You're just gonna dress yourself as like an actual nail.
Just Cynthia Erivo.
Period.
Right.
No, but yeah, I think this look was cute. Like, it's
It's
not
very
something
cute.
that I'm like gonna be like, oh, this one is the most impressive thing that I've done all season. But like, I think it was cute, and for the time I've
I
had, I'm
mean,
not upset with it.
considering you did it in like a couple of days, this is amazing.
Yeah, but the growth from my audition, it looks like two different people are drawing.
Mama,
Right,
for
actually,
real.
let me
Like, if
And
you
pull
put
like
them
these
side
two
to
up.
side.
a month
Yeah, that's what I'm
versus
gonna. That's what.
like 10 hours of work.
When did I audition?
That's
I
what I'm gonna
auditioned
do
in
actually.
April, and this is December. Wait, April,
Mm-hmm.
August,
We're
Beats
gonna put them
September,
6.
side to
October, November,
That's
December.
side.
that's
Actually,
6.
That's
8.
9 months. What are you talking about? April?
oh,
April.
girl.
The
That's 9
audition. I
months.
thought when you got in.
Eh,
Mm-mm. Like, well, that's when I drew the audition. Yeah, and 9 months
Yeah,
can go
it's
from that to
nice.
that. Yeah.
Mama, what the fuck? Like, it's just insane.
Yeah. But I'm happy I auditioned because I completed from person.
Yeah.
It was a good tick
I
and
mean,
flow
we'll
experience.
start somewhere. So.
Yeah.
Would be so funny if it was the other way around. Like this is the audition,
Who?
the other is the look.
Mama.
Yes, come on, growth.
Loki, the
Come on,
audition is good
evolution.
though. Like, I don't know why you hate it.
Yeah,
Like a
no, she's
before
fine.
or artist before and after art school.
No, this is why I would recommend everyone like trying to get on the show because it's like you get critiques from people who know what they're doing. You get to go against people who know what they're doing. Like,
Mhm.
so I'm happy I went through it. It's literally like a free art class for me. Like, I'm actually able to put my ideas on paper now. Because like
Yeah.
traditionally I could
That's
do it easily. Like
amazing.
digitally, I could not to save my life. But I'm happy I did it.
Yeah. I mean, to me,
Yeah.
that's like the best part of Artist Race and what makes it like different from so
Hmm.
many other competitions out there. Because Artist Race is like focused exclusively on helping you all improve. You know,
Yeah.
like the competition is secondary here. Like no one here
Yeah.
gives a fuck of who wins, who like gets eliminated. Like the point of this is improving. And like, mama, just look at the improvement. Like,
Mama, look
I
at the
know.
material.
right, like this is a complete success in my book. Cause damn, Asian.
I mean, wait for the finale. It's gonna be good, probably.
You guys have not seen my sketches yet.
I have.
I'm just
I've
gonna
not
say
seen
her. Okay,
anything.
two people. She's stoned from head to toe, and
Period.
I'm
She's
not joking when I say that.
done for the gods, baby.
Right.
And covered in flowers, covered in flowers. Like, it's not what you're gonna expect from me, but I think it's gonna be a nice way to say goodbye, at least for now.
That's nice.
Yeah. But let's hope I
So
can finish
you,
because I'm nowhere close to done. I'm like halfway done right now.
damn.
Yeah. We're gonna have to pull an all-nighters today.
Oh,
Oop.
Oh.
right. The finale is
Nor,
tomorrow. Damn. It's
Yeah.
not just
guys,
today. Oh, I forgot it.
in.
Tune in tomorrow for the grand finale of Artist Race Season 6 at
Yeah. It's gonna be big. It's gonna be big. Oh my god.
9:30 p.m. Yes, CET.
9:30.
Girl, what's
Central European
you just
time.
say stuff.
3:30
Period.
EST. 3:30.
Come on, Central
Le-
Europe.
Central European
Mm-hmm.
time. Period.
Yeah.
Memo.
But tomorrow's
uh,
exciting.
oh yeah, it's gonna be like very cool actually.
Like, I don't care who
Like
wins, just like the showcase is gonna be insane.
finales are always exciting. Like they're cool to watch. Like everyone gets to show their final
Yeah.
looks. The finalists get to do
Win.
their final last like stunt,
Yeah.
and then someone wins. So
How
and
many
I'm gonna be there
reveals are you
too.
guys are gonna think happen tomorrow?
Nah, I don't
Should
think
we
there
place a
will
I
bet?
hope.
be
I
many.
hope. I hope none at all. Fuck
Okay.
them. Fuck reveals. Mama. I'm done. Done with them.
We're done. We're ending reveals season
Fucker.
6. No more
Right.
reveals. No
Like
more.
we were done on season 5 with the reveals. Just
Notice
brought
how
them
I
back from the
stopped doing
dead.
reveals and I got better?
Right. Like.
That's a sign.
Like, for real.
Yeah. Don't do reveals.
I mean, you did
Period.
win with one, though, so shut up.
Technically, it's a half win. It's a half win. It's a half win. I didn't fully win.
Nah, it's
Okay,
a
what's the
double
funny
win.
part? The two people who won, did reveals. So
Lamau.
we both got half a win. So
Actually, the top three did reveals that episode.
oh wait, right.
And now,
Oh, that's
Dude,
good.
oh,
it's
does that
when
mean
it's more of a
Triple Crown?
storytelling challenge. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, reels are fine. They just have to be like done like in a tasteful way. I feel
Period.
like. Period. So yeah, I think that's all the looks we have to see
Yeah,
from
that
you.
was fast.
But yeah,
Yeah.
actually, damn. What was your favorite episode? Like looking back at all of them, what was your favorite like episode
In what
theme
sense?
look
Like your
in
favorite
any
look,
sense?
For
or the
myself
one
or for
Yeah,
that
everyone
you
else?
enjoyed
Okay.
the most.
Honestly, I could do
from
both.
you. Yeah.
Honestly, my favorite look of the entire season would be mm, honestly my myth look. It's like an obvious answer, but like not because like oh it's so good, it's my favorite thing ever. I think it's like what I finally discovered myself, and it's like a very good example of that. So
Yeah.
I'm happy that I went through with it because like there's a different universe where I never made it and I stuck with the first one, and I probably would have gotten eliminated like so much earlier. So it's like I don't know, but like an entire episode as a whole, I think Villain Era was like the most fun to watch. Like everyone just brought something so funny. It was very entertaining. It showed a lot of like character. And so was
Yeah.
episode one. I got to like meet a lot of people art wise because I've known these people. I talked to them a little bit. We kind of like knew each other, but like art wise, I did not get any of them. And some of them might have not posted for like years. So this is like their entrance back into the art world. I see their looks. I'm like, oh, I really had to like step myself up. So I think that was a very memorable episode for me. Yeah.
That's cute.
Anything else?
Yeah. There's
Any questions from the
Yeah.
audience?
the drama questions.
Yeah.
Who would you have wanted in the finale besides you, probably?
Okay. To make the finale, who didn't make the finale? There I have two things.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So
ok-
maybe the ones who didn't make it, like maybe
I have
who
two
you
people
would
in
want to
mind
see.
who honestly are like tied for me. That would
Mhm.
be who would it be? Um,
Detrás.
I have two
wait,
people.
I'm
Wait,
lagging. I'm lagging.
actually, no, actually, I lied.
Okay, 100% Melanina. I feel like if
Mhm.
Itzin didn't get tired, because like the stuff he was showing like early on, like powerhouse, like
Yeah.
insane. Like the ideas, I think he was like one of the only other people who were conceptually as just like left field as
Yeah.
I was. And it was very interesting to see because like I didn't see anyone else like going like here's this every week and like just completely like I didn't expect that. And you could kind of see that the more he got tired, the more like
Yeah. And like in a
predictable.
way,
And I had the same thing. Yeah.
he got in his own way. Like
Yeah. No, but he's
I feel
insane,
like,
talented artist.
yeah,
I'm very
for
excited
sure.
to see him every week. Yeah. Ooh, okay, remember the other music name. I'm so sorry, I'm like really tired. Fran Balico. A really good
Oh
season. I
yeah.
am not gonna be embarrassed to say that I did not expect them to make it that far. I don't know what happened after the musical week. Literally, I was scared for my life.
Yeah. Like
Like,
the
honestly,
improvement is
like if
insane.
they had more time to just grow on the show,
Mhm.
winner. Because
I
every week
mean,
just
yeah.
improved.
And
Insanity. Like,
honestly, because he listened to critics, he listened to
yeah,
his peers and the when us the psychologists,
Yeah.
the therapists.
Like
So yeah, like the critics, like we are all artists, we're all professionals. Some of us,
some of us.
so, not me. No, but like even your peers, like the other contestants, like just listen to everyone around you. Everyone can
no,
learn
yeah.
from everyone
No, but
else.
honestly, one thing that really impressed me about him was how expressive he was able to make his muse. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah.
Yeah.
no one else came even close to the posing that he was doing.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, just each time he would be on the screen, like after the like musical week, just purely I was so excited to see him. Like, I think he has a lot of potential if he continues the show, or just in general as an artist. Love his style. I think it's so cute. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Great choices actually. Like I would love to see both of them on All Stars,
yeah.
low
On All
key.
Stars, I think
Like
it would be
Period.
insane. with some
Yeah.
time and like just some like calm, because All Stars there's less things to lose. Like you already showed yourself. You're just
Yeah.
showing
Yeah,
off
You're
your
just
you're
there
there for
stuff.
too.
fun.
Exactly.
With less stress, I
Like,
think both of them could do insanely well.
exactly. And speaking of
Uh-huh.
All Stars,
I mean, she's answered already,
I
but
mean, yeah,
Okay.
but let's just,
Two
would you
reasons
do
on
All
why I want to do it.
Stars? Okay.
This stream is
I
your
feel like
audition.
if I have like a little bit of time to improve before the next one, if I do get invited, I'm not pushing
Oh, yeah, for
anyone. Like it's
sure.
okay if I don't. Like I feel like I'll finally be able to like show myself more, because this was really just like learning myself. I couldn't really show myself more than I was like learning for myself. And I feel like if I do go back on All Stars, I can finally like show people what I was thinking and like obliterate, like genuinely. Like I'm not trying to be
Period.
egoistic about that. I like feel it in here that I could
Just call it
honestly do
out.
that. Exactly. And I have nothing to lose. And stress usually like bugs me out. So
It
I think I
does.
could honestly do better. And the reason why, it's not even that. I don't care about showing myself. I have my Instagram. I can show myself whenever the hell I want. I just want to get onto All Stars winners and fight against you, Jay,
Lemma.
and lose horribly. I just want a chance. No, yeah,
I would love
I
that,
would love
actually.
to compete against winners. I feel like it's like elite of elite. I feel like completely different energy would be there.
I know
But yeah, I
winners would
really hope I can do
be
that.
so fucking cool.
If
Not
it
the
ever
bitch
happens, I would love to be on
planning
it.
to win already. This bitch.
Okay,
I
good
mean,
manifestations. Good, good.
right,
I'm negative
like,
all season long.
that's
I
the
don't care.
mindset.
We're being
That's the mindset
happy.
of a winner.
That's
I know that's
not
right.
Jacob, yeah. Say this is gonna be your big one. You're going to win.
The way you're taking my words out of context is
Bitch, that's
annoying.
what you said.
I
If you
said if
manage
you manage to
to
do it, girl.
if
Okay, no,
manage
okay, no.
period,
Uh,
if you manage to win
If I
artist
manage, if
all
I manage,
stars, it's gonna be
I
no,
artist
because like
race.
no,
if I
let me talk
manage,
about that. Because like when he told me like about the idea, like to me, the idea was genius. Like the silence that comes after like a nuclear disaster, like so fucking cool. And it's like, and I told him I was like, this is ambitious. This is hard. Like it's gonna be so fucking hard to capture this in like an accurate and like felt way. And like I said, but if you manage to do that, like, mama, you got it. Like that's what I said, and like I stand behind that because like that's a legitimate
yeah.
point.
But it's okay.
But yeah,
I don't care. I was proud of it.
and you should.
I'm just
Because
excited for
still,
the season to
Yeah.
end so I can finally showcase myself.
Not to
yeah,
end.
Because
Wanna get
no,
off.
like not in a bad way. I feel like I did not get to learn that much about myself as an artist before coming onto the show.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I've been stuck with Araña, and like I don't get to like leave her yet. And I feel like after this week, I'm definitely gonna be experimenting so much. Like
Yeah,
Mhm.
honestly, if I keep improving like this every week, I don't know how I'm gonna be drawing in like 2 years. Like I really don't
literally,
know.
like, just give it 2 years. It's gonna be insane.
Like I didn't know how I would be drawing right now. None of this was in my head when I was thinking. So
That's
I
amazing.
can't. I am catching up to myself as we speak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, I have to say you were basically the artist assassin, which yeah, it's a lot of bottoms, but it speaks to the level of the competition. Like
It's kind of like I
everyone,
kind of hate that title. I kind of really really hate that title.
no,
But
because
like
here on artist race, like it's very different to other competitions because that means
yeah.
the viewers love you. Like they
Mm,
kept you every fucking way because they fucking love you. It's like your art
okay,
is amazing. Like they kept you 3 times. Like it's not, it's crazy.
barely.
And like
No, yeah,
maybe
but it was like super
like
close.
the viewers are thinking like you don't deserve to be in the bottom or your look was good. Like they just like you. So you
Yeah,
should
Yeah.
take that as like something positive, and you still got
for
to
sure.
win. So
Yeah.
and like plenty of high spots as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wanted to point it
Any more
out because
questions? Oh,
seriously, it's
sorry.
positive. Nah, it's fine.
No,
I don't
yeah.
think there's chat
Really?
questions.
No one? No
Ah,
one's
Kale
curious?
dice, vas a caer, H. And Wolf is
Mentira,
manifesting your
mentiri.
All Stars victory.
Not the
I'd love to
victory.
get to compete against him. I
2027,
would love to get to
2027.
compete against him. I would love
I
to just
mean,
compete against more
Mama,
alternative people. Just
All
a lot
Stars
of
2 is gonna be very
alternative people.
promising. Like,
Mama, the cast is gonna
Season
there's
be
6 alone is just
the
wild.
cast is
insane.
gonna be insane. Like, the options
Mhm.
There's so
are
many
wild.
options, and everyone wants to do All Stars, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Season
No,
I don't know,
yeah.
4.6.0.
one of the best evolutions I've seen, which yeah, we'll saw it.
Period.
So yeah,
Okay.
bitch, you ate that period.
I
Period.
did.
Dot.
Ate that up.
Your name is a mouthful for Spanish accent. Like fuck off. Not period that.
Sorry.
Period.
Period. Period.
Period.
Peri,
Period.
peri, peri.
Peri,
Say
peri,
about
peri.
Peri, peri. Not the
Peri,
meme.
peri, peri.
Mejores momentos, eh? Even if it's not in the season, like that has to go to the best moments.
I think we told Rani to
I think
include
that's
it. I
like,
don't know if she
yeah.
will, but I don't know if she will, but we told her.
I hope.
I want to ask you all of this question actually. Like, we started to ask it like halfway through the season 9 of it. Like, which artist or artists would you like nominate in a way to participate in artist race? Like, who would you like to see
Etheria, obviously, you
compete?
Ooh.
better audition for the next season. I'll
Etheria,
watch you
Yes.
audition.
yes.
I will
Yes.
I will actually go on Yaris after
Lema.
the season that I'm competing right now. Watch Counter Clash every week sometimes. That's the finale.
Sometimes.
Watch her win.
You're shady.
That's so funny because it's true.
Yeah. No, but like being real for a moment, like after watching Jay and Perry like improve their art so much and like doing their competitions, like I definitely have some really huge shoes to fill up. And like, baby, I'm not coming right now. I don't feel like right now. If I feel like if I would go to a season of artist race as I am right now, like I would booger my way all the way. I would be a
Lema, not
such a
booger my
booger.
way.
I did, and
Yeah,
it got
I
me
would be
on
such
the
a booger.
so
So yeah, let me get a little bit more of like
Let them
a
cook.
or like
Let them
you
cook.
Let
know,
them
for
cook a little.
Mama, you have like six
you know.
months till auditions.
I was baking in
Yeah.
the oven as the season was going on, so I think you're gonna be
I was
fine.
like, I was
Yeah,
like,
like the glove is immediate.
yeah. I actually, I thought for a moment to audition for this season because like I remember seeing the posts and then
Uf,
the announcement,
anuncios.
and I was checking the Google Forms for the competition, and I saw that this was like, oh, they give you a pre-made like body that you need to work with it, and then it's like anonymous, so they don't know who you are the whole season. And I was like, I don't know if I want to do this. But then like as I saw the season, like the concept grew on me. I was like, okay, this is kind of fierce. So like
It is.
you know, it is.
And like,
So
It's
no,
really hard to
like I was
adjust
saying,
to.
like I was saying earlier, like the point of artist race is like growing and improving. So like, even though you're not maybe like fully there, I do still encourage you to audition next season because like you're gonna improve a lot.
yeah,
Yeah.
maybe that's like maybe that's what I'm looking for to improve myself, like working with a different body, a different base, and like
Exactly.
explore around it. But then at the same time, like I remember my first competition was also this format, like 7 days to do a look.
Mhm.
And I remember that worked horribly for me. Like that was very hard. But at the same
It
time,
is.
that competition was not just designing looks. Like you also had other types of challenges, making videos,
True.
making like
That's
Damn,
background.
crazy,
You would have a runway.
girl.
Yeah,
mama.
and like everything on the same week sometimes would be so crazy because yeah, even though we received a list of the runways of the episodes with like another type of challenge so that we could have that ready before the season started. Like I didn't get much done, so that yeah, then that was like a little bit hard to manage, and I was in university doing work at the same time. So yeah, but like I don't know how that would go here since this is just outfit design. I'm sorry. Uh,
She's dying.
so who no, bitch. So
But this is like also character building not just not
Yeah.
design, like more like character building. Like you have to build a personality for the character.
Yeah,
So that's an
that's
interesting
also
fact.
that. That's also that, like, figuring out myself and like understanding, having more like a stronger foundation of like who I am as an artist, and like how I interpret challenges, but still stay true to my identity, but like deliver it in a strong way. So like, yeah, I think I will definitely, after this, I will like definitely work more towards that and explore that, just to, I don't know,
Yeah.
be confident about myself, because as you can see, this is my drag family, and yeah.
You're eating. Nah, art is about exploring. Like that's
Yeah.
always
For
the
sure.
goal. Like it's never ending.
Again, you have us to help, who literally like
Yeah.
spent an entire season on the show. So,
Right, like
yeah. Like even if you don't do your best, you're gonna have two very good supporters. So.
And like for everyone, also Diana's server is open for anyone. So and we can give you art tips. We can just have memes and fun, and so there it is.
Oh, it's open for everyone, so I can leave and come back again.
no, actually,
And now,
you're gonna be banned for good if you leave.
Since we are
Third
here,
time's the charm.
but for good,
For good.
No, that's it.
we deserve each other.
Okay.
Me and
Since I brought that up, can I explain? Because like, when I got when Jay invited me to do the show tonight, it was like, oh, like she was asking for you, but then like I saw that you left, and I was like, not the notification bot exposing my ass, like, fuck off. But like, yeah, I got in the show, I got in the server because Peri was talking to me about it, and I arrived, but then I don't know, I just ended up not engaging and like not seeing anything there, and I was like, okay, maybe I should leave, because I don't know, I just felt awkward, so I was like, okay, I'll just leave.
Yeah, I get that.
But yeah, that was just that.
Yeah, that was funny.
And like, I was not expecting to be exposed like that. Like, can't a girl just tap out for free? But yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Any last thoughts? Any last
I
fun
have
stuff
no
to
any
thoughts.
ask?
last
Head empty.
questions from the
Last
chat or
thought-
anything?
Last
Anything
thoughts about
stupid?
yeah, last thoughts. Robbed. Second.
Period.
Robbed. Mama, she was
Second.
robbed.
Robbed.
She should have
Third.
7 wins. No, but Mama, you made your mark. You're the first English speaker. But it's not native English. Like I don't know how to tag it, but like doing
Gringa.
this without speaking
La gringa.
Spanish. First gringa on artist.
The first
race.
gringa on artist race, yes.
Represent.
Yes.
No, yeah.
Represent.
Opening doors.
First.
No, I
50
know. I had a
girls.
lot of people, a lot of friends texting me from like other countries, like being like, "Oh, now I'm doing this." So have fun dealing with it. It's my fault.
More. It's Fortunillo's fault for opening the door.
Actually,
but
yeah.
we won't
No, it's
regret
his fault
it.
for
We
making
won't
half of the
regret
audition
it.
in English. I almost
We
didn't
will
do it.
not regret it. I mean, you were the perfect like first to do so because you're
Yeah.
like an example of how to do artist race, Loki.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah.
You're gonna
Agreed.
have people in future seasons being like, I'm so early that Perry Dot hasn't even opened the doors yet. But also like,
The door
that's
she
kind of crazy.
opened.
So, like, up until Perry's audition, no international queens have ever been cast. Like,
No,
Or
like
audition.
you or audition.
because like this is like exclusively an Hispanic competition up until like
Me.
Oh.
this year. Like everyone speaks Spanish here.
Yeah, they were like, sure, let the Americans come in again.
Right, like
Yeah, gentrification.
gentrification.
Colonizer.
Right.
I mean,
The gentrification of artist race, very fitting.
Mama.
I mean, I'm from Portugal, so I'm close enough.
No, you're good. Like
we'll
you're
give you a
fine.
You know more
pass.
Spanish than me. That's what I'm
Like,
gonna
You're
say.
fine.
Like, I
Give
can
a
be
fuck.
Latina for you, papi.
Latina.
Like that's neighbors. We're neighbors.
I can be Latina for you.
Girl.
Mama.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Girl.
I don't want to hear that.
I'm joking.
So bad.
Are you?
Oh,
Tortilla, paella,
I'm actually
chorizo,
actually, mind you,
chorizo.
I have
flamenco.
I have a Spanish second cousin.
I do have a
Possible.
I actually in fact have a Spanish ancestry. Like in fact my government
Girl.
my government's surname is Spanish, and like if I go way back in like the family tree or whatever, the government family tree, like
Cemetery.
and there's some
Government family.
Spanish in there. There's some Spanish in there, so yeah. I just
It's like saying I'm like
Okay.
0.0001% that.
yeah.
Right.
Latina.
Miente Latina.
Gente Latina.
Mi gente latino.
And I speak a bit of Spanish, so like
Please don't. Please.
I'm trying. Yo estoy tentando.
Oh.
Dilo.
Peri, do you want to say your goodbyes in Spanish for
In Spanish.
what have you learned?
No habla español.
Right.
Beautiful, and beautiful cherry on top.
Yeah. Beautiful
Okay,
way
if we
to
had
end.
exit lines, that would be Araña's exit line. Just saying.
That's lovely.
No
That's so
sabo, no
funny.
sabo, no
Mhm.
sabo español.
I'm a no sabo kid.
hablo.
Mhm.
Okay.
yeah.
I think that's all. Do you
Mhm.
have any questions in the chat? I don't think so.
No, we got everything out of our system.
I love you, Penny.
Yeah.
We love you, As.
As el mejor.
En fin.
So,
But
yeah.
with that being said,
With that being
let
said,
the music play.
to
I am
to the
American.
moon.
No,
Right.
it's the
I
American
am
one.
American.
Well, goodbye, people. We love you. Os queremos. Gracias a
Bye.
Diana for this platform. Diana, te amamos. And we'll see you
Y
guys.
hasta la próxima
Mi pobre.
semana, el Delulu Queens. Ya se nos acabó, se acabó el
Algo
inglés.
finalista.
Se acabó el inglés hasta el año que viene.
Ahí viene el portugués. Dilo, Tata. And yeah.
Así que nada, that's all.
Bye bye, lovelies.